What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday to you all. We are here. Let's get it. What is happening? Let's see here. Make sure everything's clicking. Um, hmm. Is it does it start? Huh. There we go. I don't know why it's so delayed. There we go. All right, here we go. Okay, I think we're good now. Just double checking, man. I don't know. All right. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. As always, salute to everybody. Happy Saturday once again. Let's see what we got going on here. You know what I mean? You know how we do. Check the weather. All right, guys. So, East Coast weather, especially the New York area. We got 56 degrees right now. It's kind of partially cloudy. Sun is trying to come out. 66 is the high, so that's pretty nice. We can rock with that. And it's gonna clear up and it's gonna be sunny later in the day, so that's dope. Yeah, so looking good, looking good. Today is a great day, and then the next couple days, in the 60s, so low 60s or so. We there. It's pretty much springy type weather. Yeah, I think the 70s is on their way, but it looks like they like 8 days away. So we'll enjoy what it is for now. It's still better than being in the winter, right? You know what I mean? So and it's definitely going to always be a chance of rain because we in April. Hope everybody's doing good, doing well on this playoff Saturday, folks. Oh man, we here. Time flies, bro. I tell you, man, because I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I can't wait till Saturday gets here, and then Saturday gets here, and it's like that. You know what I mean? So that's just another testament to life, man. Anything you got in your mind or your heart that you want to do, that you want to accomplish, or if there's anybody around you that wants to do something or accomplish it, tell them to go do it, man. Because time flies, man. You wake up one day and it's been a couple months, or another day it's been almost a year, and another day, and then it's a couple years. Like you just can't, if you got something you want to do, go do it. Just do it. Just do it. Even if it don't work out the way you want it to work out right away, get it done. Like get it started. You know what I mean? The hardest part is starting something. Um, and just go from there and see what it turns out to be. But once again, thank you guys for being here and rocking. I appreciate you all as always. Shout out to the chat. Salute to all y'all. Walter Blackman is in the building. He said, "Good morning, Ron. I hope all is well." And it's finally game day. Yeah, man. I'm excited, brother. I'm really happy that it's finally here. It's finally here. Um, excuse me. Andios NYK is in the building. Salute, my brother. Appreciate you. Says salute, peace, love, and blessings. Let's go, Knicks. Yep, that's right. Long Island Sound one. He says, hurry up, man. He's at 11:19. Show don't start till 11:30, bro. And I was here at 11:30. What's up, brother? Craig is in the building. What up, Craig? Appreciate. Oh, okay. Black. Oh, wait, my bad. My fault. I can't do. I got headphones, man. But look, I'm black. I'm Black Hoodie Ron. All right. Okay. It's there. I just can't do it. I can't do it right now. Marcel Montgomery in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Trucker checking in. Okay. Appreciate you, my brother. I know that job is taxing, man. Be out there on the road at long periods of time, getting from point A to point B. But we appreciate you because what you do is really important to our everyday way of life, man. Truckers, and what you guys do, whether it be pickups and drop-offs, delivering goods and supplies, services that you provide is huge. One of my best friends, my partner, the call him the Woogieack. He's a trucker. Yeah, so definitely appreciate you, man, everything you do. Jay from PR is in the building. Salute, Jay. Appreciate you, my man. Hope you're doing well. Ala Wise is in the building. He said, "Peace, Ron. Gotta know the ledge so you don't fall off the ledge." That's facts, 100%. I got somebody already backstage. I'm gonna get to him in 2 seconds. I want to say what's up to my guy JJ once again, brother. You know, I hope peace and blessings to you. I hope your dad is getting better and is on the mend. I know that kind of you didn't have the greatest of birthdays, but I hope things are looking up, man. And you know what I mean. The point is to not just celebrate your birthday on that day, but to celebrate for another year of life. And so I appreciate you, JJ. I hope you're doing well, bro. Shout out to Andrew Gutierrez. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. He said salute. There you go, Long Island Sound. He said, here we go. Shout out to my guy, the 713 Gamer Flickady. What up, brother? Thank you for the generous super chat. He says, this was all brought to you by the meteorologist Ron. Yes, sir. And the barometric pressure is coming in at a hot. Okay, I'm not going to get into it. But anyway, you know, it's real out here. Appreciate you, brother. Jay from PR says, I hope Orlando sweeps Cleveland. Yeah, I hear you. David Smith is in the building. Salute to Ron in chat. Embiid doesn't scare. Tibbs playoff coaching scares me. Hopefully Tibbs doesn't mess this one up. I hear you. I'm with you. I don't think he will. I think the the only thing the Knicks got to do is play Knick basketball, guys. They've been playing it all year. Don't stop now just because it's the playoffs. Keep playing the way you've been playing, and you'll be fine because they're a good team. Chicken Man Porto is in the building. Time for positivity. Oh, yeah. Time for positivity. Okay. All right. I can't do it like you do it, brother, but I appreciate you, man. Shot Powers is in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Appreciate you. Wonder Woman is here. Salute Ron in the chat. Appreciate you. Glamour Knicks is in the building. Hey, what's good? Hope you're doing well. Happy Knicks Saturday, folks. And happy Knicks Saturday to you, Glamour Knicks. All right, let me see here. Hold on. Get to everybody real quick and get my guy up here. Amani the Great, Minneapolis is in the building. Good morning, my brother. Blessings. Salute to you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Corey Lee is in the building. Salute. What's good, Corey? All right. I think I got everybody in the early squad. I know people will still be popping in as time goes. And then there was this question. Animal. Did I say no? I don't think I did. Shout out to Animal Lex. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing good, Animal. Okay. And this Angel Torres is in the building. What up, Angel? Salute. Crimes Dad is here. Knicks, we in the building. Let's go. All right. So where is that question? Oh, shout out to Dwayne Dennis in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing good. Vaskin Markarian is in the building. Salute, Ron. Let's show them who we are today. Facts. Vaskin, I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before. If this is your first time being here, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for rocking with us, man. And happy Saturday. And let's go. Playoff Saturday, baby. The Knicks are in the building. We're going to do this. Okay. And then my guy JJ asked the question that all the Yankee fans don't want to hear. Ron, do you know who the hottest team in baseball is? Let's go. Yeah, I know who they are. Let's go, baby. But anyway, both teams in New York are playing actually really good. So shout out. I just want New York to be on the map. You know what I mean? Let's New York run this show. Baseball, football, basketball, everything. Let's run it. Hockey, everybody. Let's get busy. Okay. So that being said, let me get my guy up here without further ado. This guy, you know what I mean? We got a really popular community, man. We got some really good people in this community. And I know I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. Not only is he one of the hardest working people in this community, not only does he have a really good heart, not only does he call a really good game, but he's a really dope person, bro. He's a really dope person. He's a New York to Florida connection. You know what I mean? He's always supported me. He's always supported fellow content creators in his community. And in turn, I would hope that we've always supported him. At least I know I have. but I hope everybody supports him in the same kind because he's a really good dude. So let me just bring him up. What am I doing? That's enough. All right. He knows who he is. We know who he is. My guy, BX Sports, the Jedi Kev is in the building. What's good? How are you, my brother?
Doing well. Good afternoon. Thank you for putting me over in wrestling business. My God, what a pop. What an introduction. My goodness, this is my WrestleMania moment. Let's go. But speaking about that, this is a wonderful, happy Saturday, happy playoff Saturday, Knicks basketball. Do you smell what the Knicks are cooking? Oh, baby, they're about to lay the smack down on some Philadelphia cheesesteaks. Up and down. Let's go. Salute everyone in the chat. First and foremost, salute everyone in the chat. Love this chat, this vibrant chat. Let's go. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to swing the mouse over, hit that like button, thumbs up. Let's continue to grow this platform here on Still Knicks Fans. Let's go. Appreciate you, Ron, for having me on. So, what do you want to talk about?
There is the key question. So, okay, first off, let me just say this, guys. Shout out to all of y'all. Salute. Appreciate you. Do what Mr. Kev said, man. Smash that like button. Shout out to NYC BBall 08 in the building. Salute to you. And King Ribby, I see you, my brother. I just want to give you guys once again a heads up. Y'all already know if y'all tuned in, but there might be people that just tuning in, watching, skimming through. We might be popping up on their Twitter or Facebook. Today is another one of those special shows. Hopefully, I'm not making no promises, but you know, it's going to be a special content creator edition. You know, I got all my fellow Nick community content creators coming in, popping out, but I can't announce it and say, oh, we're gonna have this person, we're gonna have that person, because I don't know who's gonna be in and out. I don't know whose time is available. There's a lot. This is not only just it's a Saturday. Saturday is busy for people in their lives, but it's also playoff Saturday. The Knicks play today. I don't know who's got plans to go to the game. I don't know who's got plans to go out to watch. I don't know any of that. So I'm just hoping people can come in as they come in, and we'll rock from there. Now, that being said, oh no. Oh, I just got bad news. One of my guys. Oh no. Well, listen, I might still be rocking at that time. So if you're watching, you know, if you can come in, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, one of my guys, his flight is delayed, so he may not be able to make it now. So it's okay. It's love. It's family. All right. Either way. So, Kev, straight off the bat, bro, how are you feeling about just the build-up for this series? Because I don't know. Now, and I'll ask you too, are you comfortable with the Philadelphia matchup? Or did you want the Miami matchup? You know, how do you feel about the matchup in general?
First and foremost, the matchup, when they were saying your preference, all I wanted was I'm not ducking anyone. Anyone's going to get the smoke. We've seen the 82-game season of the New York Knicks. We see them what they do. They defend, they rebound, they play intelligent basketball. So it didn't matter if it was Miami Heat or the 76ers. Because the way the Knicks played, what they showed us, the proof is in the pudding. Action speaks louder than words. And the Knicks' action on the court didn't really got you afraid. Miami's very inconsistent where they play. I know they match up difficult against the Knicks, Spoelstra, all that genre. Didn't really scare me. Joel Embiid is at 80%, we're going to say, give and take. He's still a force. But we have a Harkenstein. We have a Mitchell Robinson. We even have a Precious Achua. Three-headed kind of monsters that you could throw at an 80% Joel Embiid. Now it's the other part of the roster to contain those guys, not let Nicholas Buffoon become a buffoon on the court like he did in that play-in tournament. You know, you can't have the tertiary older veterans take over the series on the Knicks. So right now, that question, I'm not afraid of who we're going to play. I think we have enough of the talent on that roster to, I'm not going to say too cocky, but have a good confidence of what the Knicks do 42 minutes a game.
Right. I'm with you on that. I agree with that 100%. So, all right. Now that being said, how do you feel about you know, just the vibes of what's going on? I know you've been seeing different things happening around the media, different circles, social media, people talking and stuff. Do you feel like this is going to be a good series, like just enjoyable, just from a basketball standpoint.
If you're a Knicks fan, you're gonna be like pig and crap. You're gonna be enjoying it because I think the Knicks are gonna be far and found superior. Now, if you're the BSPN, the TNT disaster coverage, they're not gonna like it, because they're all that narrative that Brunson's too tiny. He's a micro machine out there. The Knicks are fool's gold. They're gonna they're gonna be wrong. I mean, the smoke that the Knicks are getting negative. It's like, are you not watching the 82 game? I mean, yes, we tend to be a little bit biased because we bleed this color, the orange and blue, but it's playoffs. I know you could say all that narrative. Oh, it's different. You pooped the bed against the Atlanta Hawks series. It's different. That's a whole different team, a whole different structure, a whole different way the Knicks play. I'm happy that the media's got that vibe because it kind of gives a little more of a chip on the shoulder. The Knicks seem to play when they have a chip on their shoulder. When they say you can't, and they just come out there and say, "Watch me," and you know what? Thank you. Give us the fuel. Give us the bulletin board material. That's phenomenal. That's great. We'll take it because again, you cannot underestimate the basketball IQ of the Villanova Wildcats. Vincenzo, Hart, Brunson, and Coach Thibodeau. He still doesn't have a contract extension. He is, and I know everyone says he's the X factor. Is he going to coach terrible? He scares you. All that narrative, but he's still trying to coach for a contract extension. He's going to go out there and probably do something a little bit out of his comfort zone because what he's done before hasn't really gotten the great results to take him to that next level of championship glory. So maybe he does something different. I think I don't know about me and you, about you, Ron. As you get older in age, you tend to do things a little different, try something different because what you were trying years ago might have worked, but not to a degree. You want to you might hit a plateau. So I think Coach Thibodeau might have kind of coaching plateau and try something different. I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic and ready to go on that run.
Yeah, I hear you. I agree. I mean, listen, we all know that when it comes to Tom Thibodeau, he's not ready to reinvent the wheel. He's going to. The one thing I will say is Tom Thibodeau has done a lot with regards to opening up his mind and trying different things and experimentation. This is the most and Tim's coaching career. I don't know. I mean, I may be exaggerating. No, this is right. The most I've ever seen Tom Thibodeau experiment.
Yep.
Outside of what his normal practices are. You know what I mean? Now, the only thing I will say that I want to preface this by, I don't want to scare Knicks fans. I will tell you, the only hump or hurdle that I always worry about with Tom Thibodeau is, will he continue to be comfortable doing that? Because sometimes when he gets to the playoffs, I feel like he kind of clambers down. He's like, I got to lock in. We got to get our 8 to 9. We're going to get through our core principles, and we're going to rock out the way we always do. And I feel like sometimes he gets a little worried to continue to do the experimental stuff. Like,
rightfully
we'll see. We'll see what happens. But before we continue, listen, a lot of people in our Knicks community are growing, right? There's a lot of channels growing. The subscriber base is going up. And I think still Knicks fans, I'm not going to say we plateaued, but I think we've kind of settled in a certain area. And I haven't been pushing for the channel to grow. But now it's time. So if you are out there and you are not subscribed to Still Knicks fans, please subscribe. If you got friends, people who love, basketball talk and definitely who love the Knicks, tell them subscribe. You know what I mean? Tell your nana, tell your grandma, your babysitter, whoever, your gardener, whoever you got going on, let them know. Still Knicks fans, we here. Please subscribe, smash that like button, all that good stuff. And I say that because this next person I'm going to bring up is really special to me, special to John, special to Jose, but for me specifically, since they're not here, this person is one of the reasons why I started doing this. You know what I mean? John helped me a lot with giving me the courage to get this channel started and doing it with me. But part of the reason that let me know that something like this could happen and it could work and I would enjoy something like this is by watching this gentleman. We have a great relationship. He's done so much for me in regards to help growing our channel and also allowing us to be a part of his channel and everything in all endeavors. Allows us to branch out and talk about different genres of other things like music, which really excites me because I always thought I was going to do a R&B channel, and I wound up doing Knicks. But I also love hip hop, and you guys know that. But so I just want to thank this gentleman. You know what I mean? We call him the Podfather for a reason because he has been one of the first to do it. He's an innovator, and he's never taken any shorts. He continues to do it at a high level. Life things and stuff happens, but you know what? When he's back on the square, he's here. So I just want to salute and bring my guy up. And I also want to make sure he gets this because the last time I did a content creator show, he wasn't able to make it and he didn't get this. So he needs to get this. First off, let me bring him to the stage. Mr. Simeon Russell, MBK in the building. Let's get it.
Good.
Yeah, no, let that. Yes. Appreciate you, my brother. And also, guys, listen, I can't do this for everybody because I haven't done it with everybody. But listen, if you know still Knicks fans and you've been following us since we first started the show, there was a long time ago, there was a little series, called Interview with Your Favorite Content Creator. So if you ever want to really get into the bag of Simeon Russell and know about him and his roads and travels, check out that interview with your favorite content creator. The Simeon Russell edition on Still Knicks Fans is really dope, man. But anyway, my fault, Sim. I had to let it all out, B.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the very warm introduction. I definitely appreciate that.
No doubt, my brother. No doubt, man. I'm just happy to have you here. And like I said, I appreciate everything you've done and everything you continue to do. Not just for me, but for our whole entire Knicks community and this fan base.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Let me see here. Okay, let me get to this. I see I got a super chat. Let me read the super chat before we go any further. Shout out to my guy, Josh, a.k.a. Uncle Julio. There you go, Josh. That's for you. He said, we are still Knicks fans. Salute Ron and Kev. The Knicks are the 2 seed. If we do not get to the Eastern Conference Finals, then the so-called hate from BSPN and TNT would be substantiated. I hate that word. That's a tough one for me. I'm pretty good at this stuff, but that one gets me. No pressure, though. Go Knicks. I hear you. Josh is one of those people that will always big up and show support for his Knicks but he got to give you a little jab. Hey, let's hit the reel. Take that with you. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate you, my brother. And I didn't know what's going on with you, Josh, but you're always welcome to come up and chop it up. Let me know. I'll send you the link on Twitter or X, whatever the hell you want to call it. Appreciate you, bro. So, Sim.
Yeah.
Oh man, so much going on right now. So much going on, bro. Today is the day. So I'll ask you before we get into other things. I'll ask you the same question I asked Kev. As far as just the series alone, how do you feel about this matchup? Are you comfortable with the Philadelphia matchup, or did you prefer the Miami matchup? How does this work for you?
I'm comfortable with the Philly matchup. I wanted the Miami matchup for nostalgic reasons, right? To just because the storyline. Right, so I wanted that matchup there, but I'm comfortable with the Philly matchup. I think that the Knicks, we match up well with Philly. Obviously, Joel Embiid is an issue, but we have size to match up with Joel Embiid as well. You know what I mean? And I think we have defenders that can defend everybody else that Philly has. You know what I mean? So I think defensively we match up with them well. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
It's not like it's gonna be an easy series. It's gonna be a tough series. Philadelphia, especially with Joel Embiid, they were expected to be a top 3 or 4 team. You know what I mean? And then of course they had injuries and whatever happened with them with James Harden and all of that. So that changed them a little bit. But they're still a very good basketball team. Now, I don't think they have the mental toughness that the Knicks have. I don't think that they have the cohesion or the chemistry that the Knicks have, and I think those things went out with the Knicks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you on that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for tuning in. As you come into the show, please smash that like button and show your love for not only still Knicks fans, but for the great panelists that I got coming on today and supporting and showing love and chopping it up about today's special day, man. This is playoff Saturday, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been hype and excited before. It's a difference when you know your team is good and got a chance to make some noise. You know what I mean? Now it's like, okay, yeah, it's here. We can see it.
Right.
I can't wait, man. I'm super excited.
Let me ask this question. Let me ask this question real quick. What
ahead,
do you
brother.
think the impact of Nick Nurse as a first year head coach with the 76ers, would that be an impact or would that be an advantage for the Knicks where Thibodeau's been coaching this team for the last 3 years and they buy in more to his system than Nick Nurse? I think we have a coaching advantage. What do you guys think?
Why don't you tackle that, Sis?
Yeah. I think we do. And I mean, Nick Nurse is a great coach. There's no doubt
Right.
about it. But when you've been coaching a team for 4 or 5 years, you learn the ins and outs of your players, right? You learn, who's going to react in certain ways when you get to the playoffs, or not the playoffs, but in tight situations. Now, Tom Thibodeau's just getting used to OGs, just getting used to Bogdanovich,
Fair.
right? So, guys like that, he may not have a pulse on how they react in certain situations. But Brunson, he's been coaching him for 2 years now. He's known him all his life. I'm pretty sure he has an understanding of how he would react. Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, all these guys, I think he has a pulse on, who they are when you get in a tight moment. DiVincenzo, he's kind of new to him this year. So Tom Thibodeau has, some new players that he's working with too. You know what I mean? I mean, 3 of the rotation players are pretty new to the team. DiVincenzo's been there all season long this year, right? Yeah, DiVincenzo just came this season. OG, Bogdanovich, Deuce is in the lineup, but coaches, Tibbs has been with Deuce for a while. I don't know if Alec Burks is even going to be in the lineup. Who knows? But I would say Tom Thibodeau has that advantage that he's been with the team for a little while. You know what I mean? And understands a little bit better the pulse of the team. Where Nick Nurse is kind of, he's learning it. He learned it this year, or is learning it still. You know what I mean? And still may not be sure how certain players are going to react when the lights are bright. I think Thibodeau knows how his guys are going to react.
Yeah. Well, let me answer that. Let me say this real quick. Shout out to NYC BBall 08. I apologize, brother. I think Josh's super chat, because of the dollar value, popped up on my screen and it overtook yours. So I apologize about that, my brother. Thank you for your generous super chat. He said a long series against the 76ers may bode well for the Knicks, putting Embiid to the test. Agreed. I mean, and we already heard the news that he's questionable. I mean, he's going to play, but he's questionable because he's had some a little knee soreness. So it's going to be, listen, it is what it is. We can't, I know there's going to be some moments where no matter what happens, if Embiid's not 100% and the Knicks come out of this series, there's going to be people who want to second guess the Knicks and say, oh, well, Embiid was hurt or blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. I don't care. Say whatever you want. In the regular season, without Embiid, they got smoked. With Embiid, they got beat. It don't matter, okay? And he was healthy when we played them. So I don't want to hear any of that crap, all right? So
Preach.
To Kev's question, I would say, yeah, man, Nick Nurse is – I'll be honest, like he's worrisome to me a little bit because he's a question mark. You know what I mean? Philadelphia was basically being run by different coaching staff, and so the what you're accustomed to with Philadelphia's style of play was different before. Now, with a guy like Nick Nurse, who does, he has a championship under his belt, you just don't know exactly what his adjustments will be and what he can bring out of that team. He's already had a tremendous impact on Tyrese Maxey. So just, so that some of the guys buy into what he's doing. And, sometimes it takes a moment, right? And I think we already have that with the Knicks too, with Tom Thibodeau. I give him a lot of credit because I think he knows how to build moments. We've seen how you can tell that just by the Knicks playing, poorly in first half of games and coming out in the second half and playing better and locking in. So obviously something's going on at halftime where he's ripping into them and letting them know about themselves. He's getting them fired up and getting them to kind of look at themselves for what they got going on. So the only thing that I'm saying with regards to Nick Nurse is you just don't know what type of moments he has in him, because there could be a point where Philadelphia is not playing up to par or not playing good enough to win in the games, and he might be able to push a button or hit something that they can gravitate to. So you just don't know, and we got to see. It has to play out. So I hope that answers your question, gives you my take on Nick Nurse, because I think Sim did a great job of explaining, who he is and what that factor is. But I just think that's the thing I'm wondering about. What buttons can he push when they face adversity? Because those are what makes the differences between a regular coach and a playoff type coach that can get your team to the next level. It's the type of thing that we always give Eric Spoelstra credit for.
Mm-hmm.
He's learned how to do it very well. So,
right,
yeah,
very well.
Let me see. I just want to make sure I don't miss any other super chats. Now you got me paranoid, NYC BBall. Okay, we good. Yes, that's him, Craig. Yeah. Your favorite guys in the chat.
This guy.
Yeah. You gotta love it. All right, so let me ask you this. You gentlemen have seen a lot of Knick basketball, right? Now I've got a bunch of questions today, so these are kind of like the warm up. I'm just warming up the arm. Have you ever felt like maybe, yeah, I'm okay. Have you ever felt this level of excitement going into a playoff series since you've been watching the Knicks? And I say since you've been watching, I don't know how long everybody's been watching and what they've all seen, but have you ever felt this level of anticipation and excitement going into a playoff series? I'll start with you, Kev.
Not yet, because I go back far. I think I go back, to the 90s, 80s Knicks. Not yet. I'm excited. Anytime a Knicks play a playoff game, especially when the team is that stacked, you get excited for. I just not yet. I'm excited they're gonna play, but I know they're gonna. I don't know, maybe a little confidence or too cocky, but I know they're gonna take care of business. So not quite yet until it gets deeper. When they're gonna go deeper, then I'm gonna get a little more nervous, But I'm calm, cool, and collective, like Mr. D Ross in our chat. Salute to him. But I'm cool. I'm all right. I'm ready to go. Let's bring it. I'm just like, bring it.
Okay. What about you, Sam?
Yeah, have I ever been this excited? Is this the level? Is this the highest level of excitement coming into a Knicks playoff series for you? For me, no. 1994 was my highest level of excitement.
There you go. Me and you on sync right there, man. That
was the year I felt like the Knicks could win it for real. I thought they was gonna win it. Obviously, they didn't, but I thought the Knicks was gonna win it. That was probably my highest year of excitement. Going into a playoff series. Right now, I will say this with this team. I'm still in. I'm not in wait and see mode. I know what the team can do, but there's still an air of I'm not sure how they're going to respond in the playoffs yet.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? There's still a little bit of that for me. Like, how are they going to respond? Are they going to, Brunson's going to show up, but is everyone else going to be able to show up? Because Julius Randle is not there. I mean, I've been saying, for a while, the Knicks are playing with a star and then a lot of very good role players. So are they going to be able to show up in the playoffs? So I still have those questions about this team. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's amazing that they've been able to make it to the second seed, win 50 games, the only other team in the Eastern Conference to win 50 games, right? Given everything that the injuries and the trades and all of that stuff. But, I still have that question a little bit.
Ooh, I got a question from that one, from one of your response there. You said Brunson and a lot of role players, but do you feel that these complementary players complement Brunson's style of game, and that's why they excel?
Yeah, very well. I mean, all of those players were brought to this team to be around Brunson and Julius Randle, right? Because they have, I don't want to say similar styles of play. With both of them, the philosophy is the same, right? Get into the paint and then kick it out to a shooter. You know what I mean? And they both can pass the ball. They both can score inside the paint. They both can knock down a three if they have to. So they both can be outside shooters. So, the whole philosophy has been, build around those two guys to be able to touch the paint so you can kick the ball out to open shooters, knock down those threes. That's why you got DiVincenzo and you got OG Bogdanovich. Deuce is knocking down threes. All these guys that can hit threes because of that philosophy. Right, so now you take one away, Julius Randle, and you only got one guy that can really touch the paint, and everybody else are really good role players on his basketball team. Hopefully, Bogdanovich is a guy that can do a little bit more offensively too. You know what I mean? So there's still some questions when defense is locked down. They get tighter. The refs allow a little bit more holding and grabbing. And we're kind of a team right now that lives by the three and dies by the three. So I still have some of those questions because I don't believe we're fully complete without Julius Randle.
I agree.
As a team, I think this team in particular is really complete with Julius Randle there. So I feel like we're playing with a missing piece. Like, you know what I mean? We're playing with a missing piece out there.
Yeah. I think that's true. That's fair. And I think that's one of the questions I had. I know it's already everybody builds these narratives. They just always, I don't know what it is about fans in sports. It's not even just Knicks fans. I mean, it has a lot to do with Knicks fans because New York fans and Philadelphia fans, I feel like, and it's ironic that they're both playing each other in the playoffs. We are just some of the wildest, toughest, craziest fans ever. But we are never happy and never satisfied. We always want the best. I don't know what is that. I'm a Met fan, so I kind of look at it like I've had to watch my team be good in the past, and they've won a championship. But they built it. They got some players together. It is what it is. So I'm not someone who's used to the Yankee side of it. The Yankee side of it was, eventually they wound up sustaining and winning a lot of games through the farm system and then sprinkling in star players around it, but building up that farm system, right, that really held them down. But they've also been a team that's always had money. They've always been able to get, and with that Yankee aura, everybody always wanted to come over. So it's all about, if we got the money, we go get you. You know what I mean? And so maybe that spoiled the New York fan base a lot because when we want something, we just go get it and it wins. I don't know what it is, but it seems like fans are just never happy. Like, we got a really good New York Knicks team. And dare I say, if Julius Randle was healthy, I think this Knicks team is great. I think they've got so many good pieces that work well together, that tackle so many different boxes. I think they're a great team. Now, what I still think, even if Julius was here and healthy, would they still be missing a piece? Maybe one more scoring option. Doesn't have to be a superstar scoring option. Just another guy who you can depend on that can get you some buckets in clutch moments. That's all it is. But that being said, you guys think that what happens in this playoffs will dictate whether the New York Knicks decide to continue on with Julius Randle or not? That's a tough one. It's a tough one. I don't know. What you think, Kev?
It all depends on the results. If they get into a second round and they get to a game or two away from the conference final, I don't know if they're gonna decide Randle would have put us over the top. It all depends how it looks. If they lost because of the size advantage or Randle's toughness, I could see them saying, you know what, Randle's the missing piece. It all depends on the results. We have to sit back and wait. I wish I could give you more elaborate thoughts on it, and I think I just got to wait and see. I have the right to reserve my thought.
That makes sense. And mind you, I'm just asking the question. I really don't think Julius Randle is going anywhere. I think he's done enough that the Knicks organization loves Julius Randle and wants him to be here for the long haul. I'm just putting it out there because this is what people are talking about these days. And sometimes it's good to contextualize things and just have an idea about, Let's have a good talk. And I wouldn't want to have this talk with any other crew of people than Kev and Sim. So Sim, what's your thoughts about this, man?
I don't think the results are going to determine Julius Randle's future at all. I think they could lose in the first round. I don't think it's going to determine his future with the Knicks, because I don't think the front office viewed this team as a championship contender yet. I still think they have another piece that they're adding. And I say it again, I think over the summer, no matter what happens, they're putting on a full court press for Donovan Mitchell. Right? I don't see the Knicks drafting 2 players in this year's draft. What are we going to do with them? Where are they playing? Right? The Knicks have Dallas's draft pick plus their own draft pick, and then there's other picks that they have. I still think they're putting on a full court press to get Donovan Mitchell by using draft picks and like Bogdanovich and somebody else. That could be Mitch, right? Or but we'll see how that goes. I think that is what they're looking to do, and then they'll put those 3 guys together, Brunson, Mitchell, or try to put those 3 guys together, Brunson, Mitchell, and Randle, with their role players. And then now they're looking and saying, I think they're looking and saying we have a championship contender. Now, I do think how far the Knicks go and what the Knicks do is going to determine, well, they'll say, yeah, Randle and Mitchell bring, our championship contender. I think they'll look at it that way, but I don't think it determines Julius Randle at all.
Let me ask this real quick.
I see Julius Randle as, I think they'll look at it and say, if we had Julius Randle, let's say we got eliminated the first round. If we have Julius Randle, we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that's what their mindset would say. And so now if we add a Donovan Mitchell, we're a final, we're a contender. I think that's what they're looking at. And I think if the Knicks make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, they're like, wow, we really know if we bring Randle back and a guy like Donovan Mitchell, it's us in Boston. You know what I mean? So I don't think it determines his future at all.
Let me ask this: if they lose early and they go and they don't retain Thibodeau, what if the new head coach says, I can't work with Randle though? That's why I said I want to reserve my right because of the coaching.
Yeah, I think Tom Thibodeau is going to be extended.
I agree with you, but just in case. I
just don't see how he can't be extended. Playoffs, 3 of the 4 seasons that he's been here.
I agree with you.
Right? You take a team from 17 wins or whatever it was the year before he got here to 50 wins now. And 50 wins with major,
injuries.
Mitchell Robinson missed 50 games. Julius Randle out for the season. OG missed a bunch of games. How can you justify not re-signing Tom Thibodeau? How can you really justify that when every season it's been an incline? The Knicks have gotten, except for the one season when they won 37 games. Every other season the Knicks have gotten better. How can you justify not re-signing them? I don't see how you can justify it. You know what I mean? So to me, it doesn't make sense that you wouldn't bring Tom Thibodeau back. And then in that case, obviously, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson's coming back, and whoever they can sign and say, let's see if we actually give this guy the pieces. Can he bring him to a championship? Because right now, with this year, there's already going to be a built-in excuse for Tom Thibodeau. Hey, I mean, I had an All-NBA guy out. We did, and with an All-NBA guy out, look what we accomplished. I don't think Tom Thibodeau would use that in his defense, but it's built in already. He doesn't even have to say it. So I don't think there's any way that Tom Thibodeau's not brought back.
I agree with you, but there's some narrative that say he plateaued.
How?
But that's out there. You know that. You hear it. You read the chats. You hear the fan base. You know that.
Fans, but I'll ask the fans, how? How did he plateau? How many wins did the Knicks have last year? 47?
Correct.
Yeah, I think it was 47.
50 wins this year.
You improved.
With all the injuries and the trades and all of that we've been through. 50 wins this year. How can that be a plateau? Right? You had several players have the best seasons of their life. Julius Randle was having was playing the best we ever seen when he went out, I don't know how those Knicks fans could say that the Tom Thibodeau's plateaued with this basketball team when he hasn't even had time to tap into OG yet. How many games has OG played with the Knicks? 22, 23?
Not a lot.
Right? Hasn't even had time to tap into what OG can do.
Correct.
For this basketball team. How? Man.
That's a fair point. And I think, you know what, honestly, well, correct me if I'm wrong. So this is the end of Tom Thibodeau's 4th year, correct? So he's got one more year on the books, whether they extend him or not. So he can be here even if they choose not to extend him. He's under contract for one more year.
Correct.
So my whole thing is, I think what helps Tom Thibodeau a lot, and what the Knicks fan base has to recognize and still honor, is the fact that he showed you how good this Knicks team can be. And for most young people, I'm saying, like the older people, I mean, we've seen the Knicks be better, but they've never seen the Knicks play that well. That January run is going down as one of the best runs in Knicks history. And it's one of the times where I know the Knicks fan base has to say, wow, I've never seen a Tom Thibodeau Knicks team play this well. And that's because of the fact that they built and put pieces around that work to what Tom Thibodeau's been trying to do. So it's kind of hard to say that if you give him the pieces, that there's no really good results. I think he's shown there's really good results. So how do you just say, I don't know if I want to extend Tom Thibodeau? I think this season is you can't base decisions with regards to Tom Thibodeau negatively off of this season because of all the adversity. And if anything, the organization is going to look at it like, I mean, look at what he did with everything that's gone on, and he's got guys to step up. And we already know how many guys have had career years this year, so that's a testament to him. And I don't think the playoffs is going to, negatively impact Tom Thibodeau at all. I think that he's shown enough to them that they believe in what he's got going on. The only thing that I think the organization has to think about is just the trajectory of the Knicks and what the window is, and if they envisioned Tom Thibodeau being here for the conclusion of this window, or if they always had it in their mind that we are going to do this no matter what happens. It's going to be 4 or 5 years with Thibodeau, and then it's going to be Johnny Bryant. Like, that's the plan. Or it's Daddy Brunson. Like, that's the plan. So, and if that, we don't know what they've been thinking. And if that's the plan, they kind of have to kind of stick to it, because they've given people, I would assume, if that is the plan, they've given people the idea that that's what they're going to do. But other than that, I don't think Thibodeau's going anywhere. If they don't have something like that, I don't think he's going anywhere.
I agree with you. I always said, and again, I'm being accused of being a Thibodeau hater and a Randle hater. No, that's way far from what I'm saying. I'm asking the question what I hear in my chat. I have a channel as well that is very interactive with a lot of chat members, and I see a lot of chat. I'm asking the question from a chat that I see, and I know Sim sees that as well, because I've seen NBK and I've seen everyone talk about the dislike for Thibodeau and Randle. I asked that question. I want Tom Thibodeau get extended because he's the only one that's gotten these players to elevate into bigger levels. From Nolan's Noel to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson couldn't even put a pick without getting fouls. We all call him the center whispers. He has gotten everyone. He has gotten Randle into a 3-time All-Star. Jalen Brunson, All-Star. Players tend to elevate with Coach Thibodeau. He brings the best out of them. We would be right now with David Fizdale. We would be recycling coaches. He has brought stability to the organization as a head coach there. Again, Coach Thibodeau needs to get extended. I don't want to see him go next year as a lame-duck coach. I want to see a contract extension. Extend 2 or 3 more years on Coach Thibodeau going forward in the postseason, because who's the better solution? I can't say here, get rid of Tom Thibodeau. Who's a better coaching solution? We don't know. Why try to fix something that's not broken in my case? Bring Thibodeau. Randle gives you 25 and 10. Tell me what power forward is going to give you 25 and 10 right now in the NBA that you could bring here. And there's not that many. So again, the narrative that I don't like them, you guys are misconstruing and mistaking my question, because I have to ask that question that we see in our chat, because then we're going to be here yes men. Yes, I agree, and it's not going to be fun for a debate talk. I just wanted to get that out.
Yeah, no, I mean definitely.
Definitely.
Shout out to the chat once again. I appreciate you guys. State, I see you. Give me 2 minutes. Check your Twitter. I'll send it to you, brother. State loves a conversation. My God, State.
He don't want it. He's talking like he's gonna come up here and say something, but he's gonna come up here and agree that Tom Thibodeau
Oh man, I see you, State. Shout out to the chat once again. I appreciate you. Thank you for the generous super chats. Shout out to my guy Walter Blackman. Thank you, my brother, as always. He always will, contribute without a word, man. I thank you, Walter. If you ever have anything you want to say, want me to get up on here, but I appreciate you. I will always do it. But I love that you always support the show without that. So thank you, brother. Also, shout out to my other guy. Now, I mean, there was a possibility he would have been up here rocking with us too, but he's got stuff going on in life. I understand. But shout out to my guy, the Knicks realist. Appreciate you, my brother. Noah in the building. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said, let's get this win. Holla at you, man. Holla at you, brother. I like what you're saying. Yeah. Thank you once again, Noah. Appreciate you, bro. And I also wanted to, there was a couple things in here that I saw. Shout out to my brother Stephen Hewitt. Appreciate you, bro. He said, not a Knicks fan, but from New York, and would like to see the Knicks make a run. Knicks have a great shot at this. Basketball is better when the Knicks are contenders. That's a fact. Very true. Appreciate you, man, for the honest take. Thank you so much. And that's what day one anyway. What up, my bro? And Chop Low said, Ask Sim, is tickets still available for the whole series? Well, I don't know about the whole series, but are tickets still available, Sim?
But they're still available for that game 5. We trying to make sure we're trying to make sure that we can get this lounge in for game 5. You know what I'm saying? I mean, next Tuesday or Wednesday. I mean, first of all, we got to make sure that we get it in so nobody else gets the lounge. And by next Tuesday or Wednesday is when I'm going to make the call so that people can start to purchase. If we don't fill up the lounge, people can start to purchase their tickets to whatever game. We're about halfway there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Okay. So we still need like 20 more to make sure that we are able to book the lounge. You know what I mean? If not, I'm looking at some other options, maybe even traveling to Philly on the 28th, if that's the case. So, I'll be over the next couple of days just looking and seeing what's going on and making that call there. But, it is expensive. And I know, it's tough nowadays. We got to talk to MSG about these prices a little bit, but it's like $525 per ticket, and if we don't go to the lounge or for whatever reason it's not a game 5, you'll get refunded your money.
Yeah. It's crazy, man, because the ticket difference between the tickets at MSG and the tickets in Philly is crazy. Bananas. If there was more time and we knew the Knicks were going to play Philly, then Philly fans would be in for it, man. There'd be a ton of Knicks fans over there.
Man, here's the crazy thing, right? So you can, if you go and you look up tickets right now, for a regular seat, it's like 400 plus for a regular 200 level seat and even 300 level seat. The lounges are on Chase Bridge, right? And so after you pay for your ticket and maybe there's some fees. Now, if you're on Ticketmaster, it might include everything. But if you go on StubHub or SeatGeek or something like that, there's going to be extra fees. After you pay for those extra fees, you're close to $500 and you still got to buy food. If you get a lounge, you get the lounge with us, it's going to include the food. Most likely have like one of the Knicks alum come through, say what's up. We'll have a pregame podcast, postgame podcast, and things like that. Plus, you're in the lounge, get to hang out with Knicks fans, and you just have a little bit more space to move around. It's nice, but the ticket prices are crazy. And I have been looking at the Philadelphia prices, and that's something that made me say, huh, you know, if we don't get the, maybe I'll talk with the group that has purchased the tickets and say, let's just go to Philly. It's not that far.
Yeah. Why? I mean, why not?
Here's it. Cavaliers Orlando 135 section 100. It's big difference. Big difference.
That's crazy.
Big difference.
Yeah, man.
But even in Philly though, section 100, you can get tickets anywhere between $300 and $600.
That's good.
Where with the Knicks, $400 is getting you 300 level.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So do I smell if the Eastern Conference, Orlando, New York, MBK gonna meet up with Sports Jedi in the lounge here in Orlando?
You say Eastern Conference Finals?
I mean, that's the only way they could meet up.
Miami?
No, Orlando. You could come over here. You could visit Mickey Mouse, all that good stuff, and we can only hope. Oh, baby.
Ticket prices are nuts, man.
Oh man, here he is. He's ready. He's ready. He's the Craig of the content creators.
He is.
None other than my guy, State.
He is.
State.
Yo, it's playoff time.
What's happening, brother?
What's up, OG Sim?
What's going on? No.
Salute. Who else I see? BX Sports, man. Salute.
What's up? Salute, gentlemen.
Man, what's up, man?
What's happening, brother?
It's a good day today. Black hoodies, do-rags, black sneakers, black jackets, black everything. I'm loving the vibe that Jalen Brunson started. This is a nice culture that I'm watching right now. It's very different than what I'm used to in 2015 when it comes to the Knicks. Let's get the energy going. Thank you once again for sharing the link. I'm actually walking to work, but I'm having fun. I'm in a great mood.
Listen, man, I always give State some time to speak his mind and get him out here. You know what I mean? Because, you know, your voice needs to be heard, too.
Yeah, two.
Thank you.
I just need to hear you admit that Tom Thibodeau needs to be extended. Come on, State. We already know. Come on, State.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Don't stutter.
No, it's not even that. This is the So the day that Julius Randle's shoulder went out, and he actually was out for the season, was the same day that my pops passed. So when it comes to Tibbs and the way he's been coaching this season, if the Knicks want to extend him, by all means they can. I'm not even gonna fight that.
That's all we need.
Great, and I'm a fan of loyalty, and that's why I told Knicks fans I'm not interested in trading Randle either. So, you know, if they want to extend him, go ahead. By all means, extend the 66-year-old head coach. But, you know, he got
passive aggressive.
Look at 66-year-old head coach.
But, you know, that's, you know, he's done a great job this year. I can't lie. Through injuries, multiple trades, culture changing. Nobody really left the Knicks no more. Even at work, coworkers who come up to me, yo, man, I see it. You know, you give them the fake laugh, and you keep walking. That's what I do to them now. So it's fun, man. It's a good vibe. I'm not gonna lie. It's a great vibe. I'm so happy that younger niggas can experience what I couldn't experience, because we was dog crap when I was like 25, 26, 27, when I was like 13, 14, 15, 16. We was really garbage. So I'm really happy right now. So let's go get a win.
Yeah, let's do it, man. That's what we need.
Okay. I like it. States. You know. All right. I'm gonna take this state for yeah. Everybody out there
coming around,
tuning in. Enjoy this. I don't know how long it'll be here, but yo, go with it. I'll take it. Okay. Well, let me ask y'all this. How do y'all feel since State brought it up? How do y'all feel about the Knicks? You know, kind of buying in once again to being there for each other as a team. You know, going out press conferences, black hoodie down, serious business. Jalen Brunson looks as focused as you ever seen him. You know what I mean? They're not buying into the trash talk. You know, they're just letting it. I'm gotta tell you, when I haven't heard the Knicks say a peep, the only thing Josh Hart said is he doesn't give a shit, basically, whatever. But I was just so excited to know that this Knick team, yeah, talk all you want. Let's just go play. I'm loving this. How you? I ask you, State, because you on the move. How you feel about this Knick way of going into the playoffs?
It's great because energy supersedes all. So when I notice like Jalen Brunson come in the press conference and he comes in with a black hoodie, I'm like, oh, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to bring that energy. And OG comes the very next game. Like, oh shit. Oh, I didn't know OG had this type of energy. And I love it. I love it. Because it gives us extra confidence and it gives fans like me to buy in. Because with the Randle injury, I thought the season was done. Once Randle got hurt, I said, yeah, chalk up the season. Let's look for a lottery pick. But they kept fighting. So if they bring this energy in the playoffs, maybe they'll take the finals or something. We don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah. What you think, Kev? How you feeling about this business over everything else? Attitude and the black hoodies and everything.
There's a saying: silence is the loudest noise. Their silence, I love it because they're going to go out there and take care of business. They're nice and quiet, cerebral assassins. Look, in war, when you announce war, you're going to be prepared for casualty. If you're nice and quiet and just attack sneaky, you're going to destroy. And I think the Knicks are going to do that. Quietly, I love it. They're not giving bulletin board material to the 76ers to motivate them, to put those veterans. They got a lot of veterans in Butterball Lowry as well as Buffoon and the rest of the other 76ers. But at the end of the day, you know what? They're still professionals, and you don't want to motivate any professional. I love it. Keep quiet. Keep silent. No trash talk. Taking care of business. You know what? I'm for it. That's what makes me excited on this poll for the Knicks not saying nothing. Good. Let's go. Attack.
First off, thank you for that, and I love it. And I'm gonna steal it here and there. Sorry, I'm telling you ahead of time. Butterball Lowry and Buffoon, it really works for me. I like it.
I got something for you. 1 second.
Oh man, the king of the one-liners. Let me wait, and I'll get over to Sim. I also want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I see we got 175 tune in. Please smash that like button, show some love.
Joining us in the panel.
Oh
Kyle
man,
Lowry. Kyle Lowry in the building. What's up, Kyle? How are you going to guard Jalen Brunson today?
Oh my God, I got brought out the turkey.
Wow.
I love it. This is great. Sim, what's your thoughts on the black hoodies, the quiet is kept, all business as usual, business never person, the whole EPMD rollout. You know what I mean?
This is what this team has been about all season long. You know what I'm saying? Just no excuses. We're here to handle business. That's just what they've been about. It was never, we have these injuries. That's why we've been on a 3-game losing streak, or, I had this injury. That's why I didn't play well. It's always just been about business and being focused. You know what I'm saying? All the talk that Philly's doing, to me, that's fear. And trying to give confidence to themselves. That's what it is to me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to build themselves up. To me, that's fear. Where the Knicks know, they're there to take care of business, and what's there to talk about? What's there to talk about? I'm not talking. I'm swinging first, right? You talk, I'll swing, and I'm landing. I think that's what it's about right there.
I like that. Listen, let me tell you something. The only thing gonna make this even better in this new and improved, whatever you want to call it, young, hip, colorful NBA. If these Knicks players, let me tell you right now, if these Knicks players come out with black socks and black sneakers on, I may lose my mind like a little girl watching their favorite boy band. I'm telling you, I may go nuts.
You're gonna
I may
mark
go
out.
crazy.
You're
I
gonna
may
mark
go
out.
crazy. I may go nuts. So I gotta see it. If that happens, I may lose it. But I don't know if these young whippersnappers is ready for that action, but we'll see. What I don't want them to do is do the thing that I was like, it was one thing that I loved it at the time, but now looking back, I'm like, nah, I don't want to see y'all do that again. I don't want them shaving their heads bald. Don't do that. I'm cool on that. You ain't got to do that. Yeah, that was a different level. Some of you young people probably never even seen that. Playoff Knicks, man. The one time they decided a lot of them to shave their heads, man. They was on some Onyx.
Yeah,
it was real.
Except for the leader. Oh, we know
right.
the band leader always wore the different uniform, but that's the difference. When you see a band leader and a musician, always had a different from the band members, but still, it was still a good. What a time! What a time! I wish we could go back to those times.
Yeah, man.
Pat wasn't having it.
Nah,
Pat definitely wasn't. Nah, man. You know how long it took me to grow this? Oh man. So anyway, being that we talked about the Knicks side of it, how do y'all feel about it? I mean, I know you guys basically gave your opinions and how you like it, but do y'all feel a certain way about Philly talking? And honestly, I was surprised because I don't even remember his name. What is his name?
Reed?
What is that? The backups.
Paul
Oh yeah,
Reed.
that's
Paul
him.
Reed.
Yeah. Who? That's why I couldn't
It
remember his
doesn't
name.
matter what his name is.
That's right. I couldn't remember his name. Paul Reed. Yeah. Him talking is funny to me, and I also saw that there's a video running around Twitter of when the 76ers had the player who used to play defense, not Patrick Beverly. What was that guy's name?
I know it ain't Harden.
PJ Tucker.
You showing your age, man.
I try to tell you, I got a birthday coming up next month. I'm losing it by the day. PJ Tucker, basically told Paul Reed, "What the hell are you talking about?" Right? Looked at him with a stare. I don't know what Paul Reed said, but apparently Paul Reed says some dumb stuff all the time.
He was looking at Embiid like he was stupid as hell.
Oh no, it was Paul Reed. It was Paul Reed because then Harden touched him in the head, like use your head.
No, I think that was Tucker, my friend.
I think PJ Tucker was talking to Joel Embiid and saying, "What the F is wrong with you?"
Oh, I don't know. I got to see. I saw the video. I don't know. I just maybe.
It's another one where he looking at him with the face.
Yeah. Well, PJ Tucker's about that action. He'll just talk. He'll tell anybody. Yeah. So I'm not surprised.
Yo, OG, I'm about to get out of here because I actually have to go to the babies. Once again, I'm gonna share this on my timeline. I appreciate seeing OG Sam, BX Sports, Ron OG, man. I appreciate you having me up on here. Once again, black Air Forces, black socks, black t-shirts, black tops, black everything, black jackets. Let's go destroy Philadelphia. And the one thing I wanted the Knicks to do before I get out of here, you remember 1989? Some probably remember 1989. What happened in 1989? The Knicks swept the Philadelphia 76ers. What did the Knicks do when they swept them? They brought out them goddamn brooms and started sweeping the floor. So let's start it up tonight. I'm hyped. Let's go Knicks, baby. Let's go Knicks.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate you, State. Have a good one, my brother.
Yo, y'all do too, man. God bless y'all. God bless y'all.
All right, bro. So yeah, I mean, how do you feel about what Paul Reed said, or it is what it is that they're much happier to play the New York Knicks than the better team would be the Boston Celtics. How do you feel about that? And I'm actually kind of surprised that what's his face didn't say something stupid. I think what he said was Kelly Oubre didn't say. He just said something regular. I don't think he said anything too crazy. Kelly Oubre usually says something slick, but he was pretty calm. But yeah, Paul Reed saying that we got the easier matchup. How do you feel about that, Kev?
Easier matchup. That's okay. Talk all you want. Again, action speaks louder than words. And for Kelly Oubre to take shot at celebrity role, Keep bringing it. Keep adding it. Keep piling. Keep piling. They're doing a 3-card Mountie. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Because they know they're gonna go down. They don't want the smoke. They don't want to seem like, oh, they're not gonna go out there and say, well, the Knicks are gonna beat. They're not gonna be Debbie Downers and doubt themselves. They gotta try to motivate them and play that psychological game that they're confident, nonchalant, and try to put doubt in the Knicks mindset. Like, we're a second seed, but the 76ers see they wanted us. Like, that's all they're doing. It's a psychological game. I'm okay. I'm you know what? Let them talk all they want. Again, actions are gonna speak louder. We've seen what this Knicks team do. They could rebound, they could defend, they could play well, they play hard. No, they play all 48 minutes. I'm not worried.
What you think, Sam?
Yeah, I think I think it's fair talking. I think Philly, they've played the Knicks 4 times this season. You know what I mean? They know what the Knicks are and who the Knicks are. They know the game. They know it's gonna be tough, right? They know how the Knicks play defense. They know everything about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's fair talking. And Paul Reed, he had one good game against the Knicks, so he thinks he's going to be able to duplicate that and be this or that. But that's what I think it is. I think it's a little bit of fair talking. Kelly Oubre, I seen the interview. He was asked about playing in the Garden, and I guess his shot was saying, yeah, they're going to give free tickets to celebrities that don't really know much about the game or something like that. But I mean, for the most part, he didn't say anything too crazy. It was really Paul Reed talking about, we wanted the Knicks. That's who we wanted. I mean, yeah, you didn't want the team that won 65 games or whatever they won. Are you really saying something special?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not saying anything special. That's dumb. But all you're doing is feeding and giving bulletin board material to the Knicks. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, agreed. I agree. That's what it is. That's what it is. I think that the Knicks are smart to not buy into that. The 76ers are still, I think personally, that they're still trying to find their identity. They had an identity, but it was a different coaching staff, and now with Nick Nurse, it's a new thing. They're trying to figure out who they are and what they are in this league. And they got some young players that have to be have to learn, should I say? And Paul Reed is definitely one of them. But yeah, and the other thing is, like, I don't need to hear the big talk from the backup center either way. Yeah, I would think you don't want to see the Celtics exactly, especially if they're playing the Celtics. You're gonna get cooked out there. You are the backup. Let's not forget that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't stress what Paul Reed said. I don't worry about none of them guys or what they got going on. Like I said before, Knicks just need to go out there and play Knick basketball. One of the things that I think that is very important for this Knick team is we talk about it all the time. We've been talking about, because we had a lot of examples of it so far this season, and even especially towards the end of the season, the regular season, in games against Brooklyn and Chicago, getting off to slow starts. Now, how do you guys feel about that? Because I'll be honest, I'm a little worried about it because of the days off, not that repetition of being able to play and having to come back and get hot. That first game in series like this with the top teams who get that break, who can kind of sit back and practice, and they usually run into a little bit of a lull to start a game because they haven't played. Are you guys concerned about that going into the game today? I'll start with you, Sim. Oh, I think you're on mute.
I'm definitely concerned about it. I'm sure Tom Thibodeau, had the guys scrimmaging and playing hard. I'll say this: they definitely needed the break, right? Because they had to grind out these 50 wins, so they definitely needed the break. So they could come out maybe a little bit rusty, but Philadelphia, they've known since when? Monday?
Yeah,
right?
Was it
No,
was it Monday?
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday? Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday. So, they had one more game. The Knicks played their last game on Sunday.
Sunday.
right?
Yeah.
So, Philly's been resting for a little while too. You know what I mean? So I think, I think it might kind of even it out. They played one more game, but they've been resting for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned. I think they'll be all right.
What you think, Kev?
Does it concern me of a slow start? Absolutely. Like it's just as Sim said. But here's the thing that's why it's so important to win 50 games and be the second seed. When they come out of that tunnel and that place is on fire, the most electrifying building in New York City, and they see the fans riled and riled up. And then when they organ, the introduction of the PA, the lineups, the Let's Go Knicks, the organ, I think the adrenaline is just gonna there's something about adrenaline in pro sports from a home team. That's why it's important to open up these series, and I think that adrenaline is just gonna get them rolling. The crowd, they just gotta feed. Hopefully, they're not overzealous. The one thing I'm gonna say that we're gonna talk about soon is the one thing that concerns me, and I'm not gonna spoil it because I don't want to break your order, Ron. That's the one thing that concerns me, but I'm not afraid of them being slow. Maybe the first 5 minutes, and maybe when Coach Thibodeau he's gonna have to recognize that they're in quicksand when they're gonna call his first timeout. That's gonna be big key there. And I don't know if he's gonna let them play it out, or is he gonna call timeout to see and make some adjustments. That's my one thing there. But with the home crowd and the adrenaline, I'm not gonna worry too much, because one thing that doesn't go in a back burner is moving and defending. And I'm not worried about that. So I'm a 25% at a slow start for the Knicks going forward. Is it going to be there? Absolutely. I can't be delusional to say no. They're going to come out blazing on fire, but I think the defense chance and the team and the aura of Madison Square Garden is going to propel them, man. I think there's going to be an avalanche on the 76ers where they might get shocked. Maybe I'm hoping.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I'm really excited for the fact that I'm a little worried that they might start off slow, but to what Sim's point was, they definitely needed the rest. These guys have been playing tired all year, and shout out to them, because what they've been doing has been fantastic. I mean, look, and that's another thing you kind of think about. We sometimes are saying, like, look at these guys, look how they're playing. When they have bad games, how tired they look, but think of how when they've played good throughout the same stretches and how good they've looked by playing tired. Now we go into the playoffs. These guys got some rest. So, I mean, you might see the Knicks turn it up a notch, like as to what Kev was saying. Like, it could be something special out there. And shout out to the chat once again. Appreciate you guys. I see we got 194 in here. Please, if you haven't already, smash that like button. Show your love for the show and this great panel I got up here. Shai, appreciate you, my brother. I sent you the link yesterday. It's in your Twitter. So check it out. You should be there. Let me know if you need it again, brother. And I also want to say, once again, shout out to those, who couldn't make it today. I got, messages from a couple people. Steph wanted to make sure she told everybody what's up. She can't be here because she's actually going to a brunch in Manhattan. But she would have been here chopping it up with us as well. So shout out to everybody. And hopefully if everything is good and I have enough conversation to keep me sustained, hopefully we'll be on long enough for Tony Crow to be here, because he's at work, but he definitely wants to jump in. So we'll see.
What time does Tony get off of work today?
I don't know, man. He said he might not be able to jump in till maybe around 2. And I don't expect you guys to be here. I may be rocking. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Where was I? Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So, guys, the other thing that I think is really important in regards to this matchup, and I want to emphasize this once again for Knick fans out there that just may be a little too worried about the big bad monster that is not a big bad monster. You know what I mean? Like, Philadelphia has played the Knicks 4 times this year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many? You know what the record is for Knicks versus Philly this year?
3-1, right?
That's right. The Knicks have beaten Philly 3 times this year. Now, granted, I know that the couple of those times was without Embiid. Obviously, Embiid was there for one of those times, definitely. Maybe he was there for two. I don't know. But I think he was there for one, at least. The point that I'm trying to make is, and sometimes you can't buy into the regular season because the regular season, the playoffs are different animals. Teams come with a different intensity. Still, it's a good sign of what to expect with regards to the matchup and how. The one thing I would say about Philly, and I said this earlier in the season, I think the Knicks match up well against Philly. Like there's certain teams like Orlando that give us some problem with their height, their athleticism, and their speed. You know, you could say the same for a team like Indiana. Even though we play better defense and we could probably nullify what Indiana does, they will push the limits and run up and down on us, and they shoot a lot of threes.
Right.
But Philadelphia, we seem to have matched up well with them, no matter who they got out there on the court. And so I think you take that going into this season, playoff season, and you feel the same way, feel very confident about it. It's the same thing. Honestly, I felt the same way about when we played Miami last year. Yes, we lost to Miami, but I think we lost to Miami because certain guys, for whatever reason, were nullified. They didn't step up. I mean, we didn't see anything from certain guys. Like Brunson played great. Say what you will about Julius Randle. Julius Randle had a good series against Miami.
Yeah,
you know, overall, he had a good series.
Yeah.
And guys, you know, Mitchell Robinson didn't play horrible. He didn't have the same impact he did against Cleveland, but he played adequate enough to help the team. But it was the other pieces, those other role players that struggled. We got nothing offensively from Quentin Grimes, nothing from Quickly. I said offensively. I know Quentin Grimes played decent defense, but that type of stuff definitely hurt this team. Now, going into a Philadelphia matchup where we did play them well throughout the regular season, and we do have a lot of different pieces on the team, and the addition of OG Anunoby right now. Once again, guys, I'm just letting you know, don't worry. I think we're good. So just want to put that out there. All right. So here's the next question. The impact, the importance of Mr. OG Anunoby. How do you guys feel about OG Anunoby's importance in this series? And do you think that if OG just goes out there and plays OG type defense, is that enough for the Knicks to win a series against Philadelphia? Or does he have to step up and give us something offensively? Let me start with you, Kev. What you think?
If he plays his defense, normal OG Anunoby defense, I mean, the Knicks are a juggernaut with him on the floor. With Randle, without him, they have a hell of a record with OG Anunoby. He's going to have to hit, this is the postseason, though. He's going to have to hit some shots, some clutch shots, because I don't know if DiVincenzo, I'm hoping DiVincenzo shoots 40% from three-point land, you know, in Hart as well with his offense. I think OG Anunoby is going to have to average around 19.5 points, the scoring that Barrett was giving us, but with OG Anunoby's defense in a crazy way. But remember, this is one thing I say, and I say this 1,000 times. Nothing motivates a professional player even more when they're about to get that bag, that money, that generational changing wealth. And I think OG Anunoby has a contract available, and if he just goes out there and my God, takes over a playoff series, you're talking about, you know, $175 million plus on a contract if he plays well. So these guys are already gifted. They're the best in the world, but I always say it time and time again, if he goes out there motivated to make more money for the postseason run, watch out. And I think he's going to step up, man. I think he's going to step up offensively, and we're going to be like, damn, OG Anunoby is the real deal. I think he's going to step up. I'm not afraid of it to say that. Profess it.
Okay. What you think, Sam?
Yeah, I think OG is a big X factor the entire playoffs for the Knicks. Do they need him to step up the way I hope that he steps up against Philly? I don't know. I think the Knicks can probably beat Philly with him playing the way that he plays now. Right? But for the Knicks to make a deeper run in the playoffs, I think that OG is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive offensively. The Knicks need another guy. As you get deep in the playoffs, the defenses pick up now. There's a possibility that the Knicks play Indiana in the second round, right? that might look a little bit different. You might need more of the OG that we have now. But when we're talking about a team like Boston, the Knicks are going to need OG to be able to touch the paint, kick the ball out, knock down a couple of mid-range shots in the paint. Obviously play defense. That's the most important thing. But on the offensive side, I think the Knicks are going to need OG to be a little bit more aggressive and looking for his shot. I don't want to see OG with 8 shot attempts. I don't think that really helps the Knicks. I think he needs to be 15 shot attempts a game, somewhere around there.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good point. And first off, let me just say, this is not bothering none of y'all in the chat, but it's bothering me. I'm upset. Apologize. But, my camera is a little funky. It's not as clear for whatever reason today as I would like it to be. And it's bothering me, especially looking at the camera of Kev and Sim. I mean, the crystal clear, beautiful faces over here. And I'm like blurry. Maybe that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Maybe the blurriness makes you think I look like Denzel Washington. If you squint your eyes. Anyway, shout out to Craig. Craig says, Ron, it doesn't matter what the record is of the regular season. Look what happened with Miami last season, how that turned out. See, that's the reason why I said exactly what I said, Craig. I knew there was going to be somebody like you that would say that. And I understand. You cannot say necessarily that regular season results are an indicator of what is going to happen in the playoffs, because the playoffs is different and the intensity changes. Things get shortened, turn into half-court games. But that being said, I did mention the fact that certain players on our team did not impact the team effectively offensively at all. Like, we're talking like we never seen Quickly play that bad offensively. He gave us nothing. And Quentin Grimes gave us nothing offensively. And those were two guys that we kind of depended on to help burden some of the load off our bench. If we're not getting that type of play from our bench players, and that those were big pieces of our bench, you can't expect to do much. Now, in this year, our bench has been a little questionable at times, but you also know that because of that, Tom Thibodeau has staggered the bench play with infusing the starting lineup in there, and that's why guys have played so many minutes. So I wouldn't worry about the same concerns, because you're going to have some people out there that can score and have been more effective this year. There is a chance that we will hit some lulls like we have already seen when Brunson is not on the court. And to what Sim said, even with Brunson on the court, we don't know. But I just feel like we're in better hands this year. We're a deeper team than we were last year. So I think we're in a better position.
Yeah.
Let me get my guy up here. Appreciate you for joining. One half of the Knicks Real Talk crew, Mr. Shai Money. What up? Shai Powers in the building.
Yeah, what's going on, brother? How you feeling?
What's up, Shai?
Good, man. Salute to you, Sim. Salute to you, BX. Ron, thank you for letting me come on. Big game today, Black Hoodie Day.
Yeah, there you go. What's up, brother? Hey, and while I have you, just jump right in. How do you feel about what we're talking about with regards to OG? Do you think that the Knicks can win this series against Philly if OG just goes out there and plays OG defense, or does OG have to step up offensively in order for us to get past Philly?
I believe he's going to have to probably do both. He's going to have to give some type of offense. If it's lesser than 10, 12 points, you know what I mean? We need that from him with his stellar defense. Everybody has to chip in tonight. It's not the one thing that I noticed about the Knicks this year. Everybody steps up. Brunson always steps up, and then you have the cast of the band of untrustables to come out there, and you got DiVincenzo one night, then you got Josh Hart one night, you got Aha one night. Some nights you get all of them in one shot, So it's going to be, we get Deuce some nights and stuff like that. But I think OG, it's going to be funny to watch how Tom Thibodeau puts him out there and who he tries to annul on the defense. Is it going to be where you see a couple of minutes on Embiid, where you see him on Maxey? Will he be on the other power forward? I can't think of his name right now. So, how are we going to rotate the defense? But, watching some of the games, man, the defense plays the same defense against almost every team. It's just good this year, man. Even if you haven't noticed, Brunson has been playing excellent defense this year, and not a lot of people have noticed that or even talked about it. He's coming across screens, he's coming around screens, going through screens, catching charges off of the screens. He has been playing really. He contests a lot of the shots that the player that he's playing against. He has been playing a lot of good things. So it's all about all of them playing good defense alongside with OG. OG has to step it up, because if OG would have played that 65 game per se number, he would have been one of the defensive players of the year awards, I believe. We got a lot of those things on the team this year that just got knocked out. Like DiVincenzo could have been in the offering for most valuable player. He missed about 1 or 2 games because he came off the bench or something like that. I forgot how it broke down. But
it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so we got a couple of days. We got the most valuable player that doesn't get a lot of mention, but as a Knicks fan, he is our most valuable player of the year. He has done things this year that on other teams, I don't think if they had the same letdown from their team or injuries that they had, would not have been in the same position where we are right now. So it's a whole lot of things that's good. And I heard y'all talking about Tom Thibodeau. I believe he will get the extension. And I hear that same thing that BX was talking about the plateau. Every year, this guy has improved and going to the finals. First year was 40-something. 40-something, 42 wins or something like that. We went to the playoff with Julius Randle. And then the next year was 47 wins. Now we're at 50 wins. We went from being a 6th seed to a 5th seed to a 2nd seed. You know what I mean? That's evolution. That's moving up the chain. You know what I mean? So I think Tom Thibodeau deserves to get mentioned for Coach of the Year for what he had with this lackluster team of being injured and stuff like that. I don't want to say lackluster. I mean injury prone.
Right.
And don't even want to say prone. Let me take that. That's an injury team this year. So, it's a lot of things. The front office should be mentioned for Executives of the Year this year for making those great changes they did. That pickup for DiVincenzo for pennies on the dollar. I mean, that was a big pickup, and he has proved that and all these guys played, every last one of these guys have played in the playoffs. And I mean, so I'm not scared of who comes out there. They're going to play big. And the biggest person I'm looking for, 2 biggest people is McBride and Bodega. Those are 2 guys that I'm gonna be laser focused on this off season. I mean this playoff season.
Right. Yeah, I hear you on that, man. I think that it's going to be a team effort. They all got to step up and do what we need to get the job done, and I think they all have bought in. I think I'm telling y'all, man. I know, like I've been up and down, not right now, but in the past because of what Thibodeau has done with the team. Sometimes I've questioned where his mindset is. But it's been a long time since I felt that way, to be honest. I mean, all season, since the start of this season, Thibodeau looks like he has got these guys playing the right way. And the more pieces you've given him, they've just bought in. And then you can see how Thibodeau's style of play has translated. And they've done the caveat of tweaking different things and making the team look better, opening up the offense a little bit more, passing the ball more than we've ever seen them pass the ball, knocking down threes. We're a 3-point shooting team now. Yeah, live by the 3, die by the 3 sometimes. But it's still a more exciting game of basketball. We're very slow. We're still one of the slowest teams in basketball as far as pace. But it's working. So I got another guy, here that I want to acknowledge. I've acknowledged him many times in the past, but once again, I want to say just the same way I acknowledge Sim and how important he is to this culture and what he's done for this Knicks community. This gentleman has also done that for me. Once again, I appreciate him. I've always looked up to the platform that he has created and some of the other things that he has been a part of to your favorite platform out there. You know what I mean? Don't forget this man because he helped start it. All right. And so I want to once again give a lot of love and grace to my guy. Appreciate him as always. Thank you for coming to the show, Mr. J Ellis.
Yeah, what's going on?
Time. Let's go.
What's going on, Ron? What's going on, BX Sports? Jedi
Salute.
Kev. What's going on, my guy? It's been a minute. Shout out to Shai.
Hey, what's
Yes,
going
sir.
on?
Yeah, man. Shout out. What's
Appreciate
going on,
you, brother.
fellas. Man, we here, man. It's playoff day, man. I'm excited. I'm ready.
Yes, sir. I want to get your takes on the same question, and then I want to open up. We'll change the line of questioning to something else that I saw in the chat that was already on my mind, and I want to tackle that next. But before I get to your thoughts on it, I also want to bring up my other guy, one half of the 718 Boys on the Blorange Tears Network, Sundays at 10 a.m. Please tune in, show them some love. My guy Corey Lee in the building. What up, Corey?
What's
Appreciate
good?
you, brother. Appreciate
What's good? Oh my God, I'm up here with J Ellis, the Podfather. What more can I ask for? J Ellis, I'm not a troll.
Maybe.
That's cool. I do
Yeah,
it
man.
so it's fine.
It's very, very dope to have all you guys up here rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. This is special for us. This is playoff Saturday, baby.
You're
It's
ready.
the Knicks. We in the building.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jay, before we move to the next question, and then I'll start with Corey when we get to the next question. Obviously, you can weigh in on it if you want, Corey. But your thoughts on OG Anunoby, real quick, just his importance offensively with regards to this series against the 76ers. We know we need his defense.
Yeah, we need his
I don't care who we play. We need his defense. So, but how do you think about offensively? Does he have to step up in order for us to beat Philly?
I feel like Tibbs is like.
Oh wait, hold on, Corey. Let me get to Jay first, and then no, I'll get over to you. Hold on one second. My bad.
My bad.
You good?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny for me? I think the threat of his offense might be more important than his offense. To be honest with you, because he's a 40% shooter from that corner three, and we see the difference when we have him in the game versus having Precious in the game. Because I feel like we got into a lot of trouble. Even though Precious has been great for us, we got into a lot of trouble when we have Precious and Josh Hart in the game at the same time, where teams are just able to just key in on Jalen Brunson, and he would kick it out, and we wouldn't be able to hit that open shot or open three. But when you have OG over there who's a threat to hit the three, people are really careful about how far they sag off to OG because he's gonna hit that three. So to me, it would be great if he gives us 20 a game or 26 points a game. But for me, it's that threat of we can't double because Brunson will kick us if we double. So I feel like the spacing he provides might be more important than if he scores a lot of points or not. That's just the way I see it. Because for me, it's going to have to be scoring by committee. And he's shown that he can create for himself sometimes. And we saw a little bit of that in Chicago where he did, but we also saw him look a little bit rusty trying to do it as well. So in my brain, I'm not really concentrating on that from OG. You just got to ice. I'm not really concentrating on that on the OG. If we get it a few times a game, cool. But I'm just like, hey, when you're open and we swing the ball to you, hit the shot or close out and pass it off or just finish at the rim off the closeouts as well. That's what we really need him to do. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That sounds good. You can weigh in on this question, Corey, real quick, but I also want to start off a new line of questioning with you. So go ahead, man. What's your he's coming back. There he goes. What's your thought, Corey? Can you hear me? Okay, you're on mute. Just all right. What's your thoughts on OG and his impact offensively? Is that necessary for us to beat Philly, or just his defense is good enough?
To be honest with you, his offense is his defense. You know what I'm saying? Him creating steals and turnovers and stuff like that, which creates easier baskets for us all. You know, with him.
Oh, okay, I see. So his defense is his offense. Yeah, I got you.
Exactly. He get out there, get a steal by himself, or create a steal, and he gets out there in the open court. It's easy buckets all day. From what I see, I don't think it's too much pressure for him offensively as much because from what I've seen and what I know about Tibbs, if you play on the defensive side of the ball, he has no problem with you taking as many or whatever type of shots that you're comfortable doing. So creating offense for himself, it shouldn't be a problem. I've seen him go to the basket. He's very aggressive when he's close to the basket. I mean, come on, how many cats that we had that was 6'8", 6'7" out here trying to dunk on people? We haven't seen that in years. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, I have no issues with him offensively at all.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Someone in the chat asked about this. Shoot. I think I lost it. I should have started. Let me while I'm looking for this, let me just say something, guys. Look, I know y'all may be tuned in, y'all support the show, y'all watch. But let me tell you, sometimes as a content creator, you got to cover all your bases because if you don't do something and you forget something, it comes back to bite you. I'm saying this because the start of this show, what I wanted to do was play. There's some really good content out there on Twitter. There's some hater videos. Somebody took the time to compile a bunch of the hate stuff that was talked about the Knicks and Brunson, and put it in video. And I was like, you know what? Next Saturday's show, I'm gonna start that show with this. Just get us in the right mindset. Let's show the hate. And because I didn't like the freaking video I saw, I could not find it for the life of me. I was like, man. Like, damn it. So next time, guys, if you see something, like it or star it somehow so you can go back to it. Because I couldn't find I spent, let me tell you, about 2 hours looking for this damn video. And I could not find it. I was like, oh my God. Okay.
It was God's will. It was God's will.
I was like, damn, come on, man.
You giving somebody some free promo.
I guess I was about to shout him out. I mean, but it is what it is. But anyway, I can't find who actually said this right now. But the question was, does Deuce make the rotation for the playoffs? I mean, I think.
Yes.
Can I say?
He has to.
HE double hockey sticks. Yes.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the one to give Maxey a headache.
Yep.
He's gonna untwist them blocks. You know what I'm saying? For real. He's gonna knock the beeswax up out of him.
Yeah.
You don't know what I mean. Real talk, man. He's gonna chase him all up and down 90 feet of annoyances.
That's a fact. Like he didn't guard him much this season, but when he did, I saw he was like 0 for 5, 0% versus McBride. I still remember one game, Maxey was going off a little bit. Tibbs threw McBride on him for like a good 5-minute stint, and he didn't score since McBride was on him. I think he's still wondering what happened. So we better see McBride this series.
Yeah, I think he has to.
He has to be out there. I mean, no matter how many minutes he's playing, he's bringing constant energy, constant defense. You need guys that, I mean, he's shooting the three, 40+% from the field this season. So you need his 3-point shooting. And you know what? Every once in a while, I was talking about we need guys that can touch the paint, right? And when I was talking about OG, that OG is one of those guys that can touch the paint and be able to spread the ball out. Deuce can do it sometimes too. Like Deuce, every once in a while, Deuce can get inside, get in the lane, break down the defense, pull up a mid-range jump shot with defense on him. The Knicks need Deuce out there on the floor.
Yeah,
that's the line to get dunked on too.
It's no way that you don't leave Deuce in this lineup. Since Julius Randle's been out, he's been averaging about 12 points a game, about 4 rebounds a game, 3-4 assists a game. He's in that circle of trust of Tibbs, man. And Tibbs has showed it, man. He has been playing this guy 47 minutes to 47 minutes, then the next game 47 minutes and 40 this minutes, and he has stepped up in big times and he has made big shots. I mean, one of the reasons why we don't talk about IQ and Grimes as much this year, I mean, about why we miss him is because of this guy, McBride. McBride has been coming in and he just exudes Tom Thibodeau style of basketball. The guy has big hands, he has jumping ability, he gets in the lane, and he puts pressure on your two guard, profusely. He really applies pressure on him. And that's I believe there's no way that I can't see him in the lineup. And who you gonna substitute him in for? Alec Burks? You know what I mean? That's probably the only, because I think if we're talking about an 8-man rotation, I think the person that may be out of the rotation might be Precious. And I mean, if there's a 9-man, if Tom Thibodeau stays with what has got him this far this year with that 9-man rotation, we will see some time from Boogie, from Bodega. We will see some time from Precious, and we definitely will see time from McBride.
Agree. Yep, I agree. I agree with that. Let me ask you this, Kev. See, we've had some really good talks in the past about the Knicks and the youth. these young guys and just developing with them and giving them time. And obviously, as time would have it's a factor. Things have changed. A lot of these young guys are gone now. We've pivoted and gone a little bit of a different direction because we've seen the emergence of other things that have happened for this team, and we've decided to make the proper changes to help take us in the right direction, at least how we feel. But who would have ever thought that out of all the young guys to be here, Deuce would be the guy that's still here
Facts.
and is starting to excel. Like I would even say, like, people keep saying the whole thing, like, I never thought Brunson was going to be this good, and I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I thought Brunson was going to be this good, but I did think Brunson was going to be good. I thought the type of stuff I saw Brunson do without Luka out there on the court, I was like, this guy could ball. I was like, okay. And then when we saw him in the playoffs against Utah without Luka, I was like, oh, he can get it. That didn't sound right. Can't say anything. He's no Diddy. About that. I like, what the hell? But you know what I mean. What was Donovan's word that he used to say? Oh, he can go. That's what the ballers say. He can go. Okay. So that being said, I wasn't surprised by Brunson. Deuce surprises me. Not only because one thing about Deuce in college, I always thought Deuce had a good jump shot. I'm not saying 3-point shot. He shot the 3 pretty well in college, but his mid-range, I thought was solid. So the fact that he's been able to not only continue to have that mid-range, to extend to being he's one of the best 3-point shooters on the Knicks, if not the best, when you look at his actual percentages, and then build off of that good shooting. The guy who doesn't have a good first step, the guy who can't break down the defender and get into the paint, which is one of the reasons why he was drafted where he was drafted, is now all of a sudden getting to the rim, dunking on people here and there, surprising you. What do you think about the evolution of Deuce and just the fact that he's one of the guys that's still here and is thriving, Kev?
That's the testament of his hard work and good coaching. It goes hand in hand. The offseason program, being in summer league 2 years in a row, working his rear end off, being elevated, and also helps with Jalen Brunson, one of the best footworks in the NBA for a guy under 6 foot or 6 foot, 6'2". You know what I mean? Playing with Miles McBride, he earned every minute that he's going to get on this postseason. And I'm going to go on a hot topic, on a hot button here. I think he's going to be our Robert Horry in the postseason, Miles McBride, hitting some big shots, and we're like, oh, damn, he got some big balls. I think it's going to be Miles coming up with a steal defensively, getting in the passing lane, doing something there. Wouldn't be surprised if at the end of this postseason, the story of the 2024, damn, he's our Robert Horry. He hits some big shots because there's always someone that we don't expect to come up big when the lights get lit up. And I think I won't be surprised if at the end of the day, we say it's Miles McBride. And that's a testament to scouting and developing on the Knicks organization. That's something we haven't seen for over 20 plus years, finding those diamonds in the rough, believing in them, having that patience, and then signing them for the extension that they did for the money that they paid for him. They're hitting a grand slam win with Miles McBride, and the kid put the work, and you got to reward him.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I agree. Like he's just been doing what he's been doing. That's one of those guys that you can say that's a team player. He's done whatever has been asked of him. And if he hasn't been able to this is the difference, guys. This, as fans, some fans don't look at the big picture. Sometimes we get caught up in our emotions. It is what it is. This is the difference between Quentin Grimes. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I'm just saying this is just being real. This is the difference between Quentin Grimes and Obi Toppin and Deuce McBride.
Facts.
Obi just couldn't see past the fact that he thought everything was related to his time and being out there in the court, and he just didn't understand enough about what he needed to do to get those minutes and to sustain that time out there in order to keep building. He just didn't get it. He was like, when I'm out there, you give me the time, you see I put up the numbers, but even when you put up the numbers, do you do enough? Do you do exactly what you should be doing to warrant Tibbs saying, okay, well, it's not just about him getting minutes he's performing. How is he performing? You know what I mean? One of the best Right. Does it impact winning? He's one of the best leapers in the league. Do you see him dunking on people? Is there an aggression level there that the defense is backing up? Like, oh, Obi's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just certain things like that fit whatever your style of play is that you like. Is he capitalizing on that? I don't think he did. Yeah. With regards to Grimes, who I'm kind of the most disappointed in, because Grimes has been here and Grimes has had a little bit of success. He was in Tom Thibodeau's circle of trust. and yet he played himself out of it. And then instead of saying, well, I got to do something to figure out what's going on with me. Maybe my training's got to be different in the offseason. Maybe I got to, figure out a different style of play. Or maybe I got to go back to what I was doing in high school, whatever worked for me then, whatever it is. No, instead, he took the OB route and he started to go against the organization and against Tibbs, and then he won it out. And it's worked out great for him because he is fantastic with Detroit. Now, I'm being facetious, he's been horrible over there. So I'm just saying, like, instead of taking a page out of what Deuce did, Deuce just saying, listen, I know I'm not playing. Of course, I want to be out there, but I'm going to let it happen. And it's been happening. And he's slowly progressed and continuing to go in the right direction, even doing things that scouts and the prognosticators didn't think he could do. So I'm just saying, like, shout out to Deuce for putting in that hard work and showing us that he belongs in the NBA. You know what I mean?
You know what it is for me with Deuce, though? It's like, because there's hard work and then there's confidence. It's funny. I used to always think hard work will get you everywhere. And I'm gonna bring up a name that might traumatize some people. All right. That's why when Frank Latino was here, I was like, he was like, man, this guy works hard. He works really hard. He should make it. But I felt like he was missing that confidence piece where he was always hesitant. He didn't always know sure of himself. And although I saw Deuce working hard, I didn't want to make that mistake again. Go like, I don't know if the confidence is there. I see the hard work part is there. I don't know if the confidence is there because I would see Deuce do things like college, summer league. He was killing. Summer league, he was dropping 30, getting 11 assists, and then he'd get into the NBA. He would craft the bed. He wouldn't shoot the shots he was making. He wouldn't hit the shots he was making in the summer league. So I'm like, man, he has the talent. He just needs to know he can do it. So I feel like the fact that he's worked on his craft, the shots that he's taking before are like translating now in the NBA, and he's actually worked on his handle, and that's translating now too. It's great to see that the hard work is definitely paying off, but that belief in himself, I think, is kind of pushing him right now.
Yeah.
Thanks, J Ellis, man. He has implemented himself into the system, into that Tom Thibodeau system, and I see it really being real hard for him being not in the rotation. He has worked hard to get into that system. Like I said earlier, man, one of the reasons why we don't mention Grimes that much, one of the reasons why we don't mention IQ that much is because of the effectiveness what McBride has done this year for this team. Usually if he wasn't doing as good, you'd hear all the hoopla about, oh man, we should have kept Grimes, or we should have paid IQ, or we could have did all of these other things. But with him scoring those about 12 points a game, about 2, 3 rebounds a game, 2, 3 assists a game, hasn't been really too many chirps about losing those two guys, and he has stepped up at big time. And I believe tonight, coming from the West Virginia team that he comes from, I think he's going to come up tonight in big minutes and hit some big shots, because that's the type of he comes from a quasi Tom Thibodeau style of defense. Type of playing offensive basketball. Playing basketball. Culture. Thank you. And I think he's going to perform very well tonight.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
I think it's also a testament to the coaching staff in the front office, knowing what they have in their players.
Facts.
Right? Because as fans, we look and we say, oh, he's not doing this, not doing that. But they see them in practice. They see them in workouts. They see them in all of these other things to help prepare for the games. They know what they do in the locker room. They know what they do in film sessions. Right? They know who understands the system, who doesn't really understand the system. And then they know if also like a player is maybe being held back from what they can do, and then a player that can give you what that player that's being held back was giving you that fits into your team. So like Emmanuel Quickly is probably a guy that could have given you more than what he was giving you, right? Because of his talent level and all of those things. So it's like, you know what? We might not need that on this team right now. We may not have space for him because we already got some guys. So we can let him go elsewhere, but then Deuce can come in and give you what Quickly was giving you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so like understanding, knowing your team and understanding what people can do, that's a testament to the coaching staff in the front office.
Yeah.
We can bring Deuce in and he can give you what Quickly was giving you.
Now here's the thing for me though. Like I still feel like I still have my IQ card. I still have my Grimes card. I still feel like even with Deuce doing what he does, he still has to grow as a playmaker. So for me, there's still a little bit of a hole on his team when it comes to the playmaking off the bench. So I don't want to pretend like, well, we still miss that. That doesn't negate anything that Deuce is giving us, because Deuce is a more reliable 3-point shooter than IQ was, and his defense, as good as IQ's defense was, his is on another level. So I'm not reducing what it is, but to me, when it comes to like even the off season or whatever, I'm still like, okay, we still have problems with non-Brunson minutes sometimes. Bojan has stepped up. Hopefully he litigates that during the postseason because he's starting to come on. But playmaking off the bench is still, to me, like a little bit of an issue. And we've gotten better at it, but it's still a little bit of an issue.
I agree 100%. It's definitely an issue.
And let me say, you know, this might be a little bit much for y'all, but if it wasn't for the fact that IQ wants the bag,
exactly.
If the Knicks struck out this offseason and didn't get a Donovan Mitchell or a Booker, because I know things point towards Donovan Mitchell, and I know, you know, it looks that way. But let me tell you, I don't feel confident in what Phoenix is doing out there, and I wouldn't be surprised if Booker is ready to get up out of there after this. So, you know, I don't know how real it is, but I know Leon loves Booker, and if they really go after him, we'll see. But if the Knicks don't strike out and not able to get anybody big, if IQ wasn't about getting that bag, I think IQ would be a nice fit back on this team. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad at it.
I would be mad at you. I would not.
I wouldn't be mad at all either. I ditto that.
Because what we got now, he fits a nice role. Come right off the bench. You already know what he can do. You know he can move the ball around. Now he's got somebody. It's like so crazy that it takes somebody leaving for other things to happen this way and for guys to come into their own. Because this Deuce wasn't the Deuce that was playing with IQ.
Nope.
Now, if IQ was here with this Deuce, now IQ could break the if he don't got his shot, he could pass it out to the corner to hit Deuce, and Deuce is knocking it down. Like, this is just things have developed, and it's a beautiful thing. Let me say this real quick. First off, let me see if I can do a quick little run through, just shouting out y'all. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all. John 17 in the building. Knicks will be 2024 NBA chat. He changed it. My guy, let's go. Yes. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Walter White in the building. Crimes Dad. I think I said your name before, but I'll shout you out again, my brother. David Smith is in the building. My guy Paris Doug is here. Salute. D-Ras is in the building. Salute. Jimmy J is here. Mike Torres is in the building. I see Jiggerman Porto still rocking in the chat. Appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to Morning Brew Sports. They just made their 1-year anniversary. Salute to them. Appreciate you guys. Phil, Heck, Jerry, Eddie, all y'all. Kenneth Hatcher is in the building. Eddie F is here. Salute. Everything Knicks is in the building. West Coast Knicks. Salute, salute, salute. All you guys, man. If I missed y'all, understand we got 170 people, 70 plus people rocking. It's not for lack of trying. Just can't get to everybody's name. Brooklyn Butcher's here. Salute, all that. Dwayne Dennis, I see you. So the reason why I wanted to go to the chat is because I see somebody in the chat. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. You know, the support here. Shout out to JJP NYC, Alex Scalavina in the building. Lou Boogie is here. But we got somebody in the chat, and I'm just saying this show is about content creators. Not that I have anything wrong with the regular people that tune in and support the show. I just wanted to get a really good, diverse conversation with guys who do this and talk about it, so we can get an interesting perspective. So it's open to content creators. But my friend here in the chat, you might be a content creator. I don't know. It looks like your name says it, but you coming from the other side. So, Mr. Fulan Speak Sports, if you feel comfortable, I'll extend the invite to you if you want to come up here and get on the panel and talk your Sixers mess. You know what I mean? But I support you, though. He says the Sixers are better top to bottom. Embiid missed 1/3 of the season. Y'all only won 3 games, more than us. Come on, bro. Y'all are mad delusional right now. LOL. And then let me tell you something. Not only did we only win 3 games more than y'all, we also beat y'all 3 games this season when we played y'all head to head with Embiid or without Embiid. It don't matter. It don't matter. Just saying. Just saying.
By 30. Matter of fact, with Embiid by 30. I'm just
right. The issue is
we didn't have an All NBA player that missed from January to March, which is probably 1/3 of the season.
Yeah.
We didn't have our starting center that missed 50 games.
2/3 of the season.
2/3 of the season, and then we didn't have OG Anunoby. Obviously, he was a new addition who missed a big portion of the games from January to March.
Yeah.
Sim, I have to disagree with you. It's the fact that the young man's over there smoking the broccoli rob. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Smoking the broccoli rob. You know what I'm saying? And sipping on the whips. Cheese whiz.
I will say this though, with him saying that to not to really big him up, but if Embiid maybe didn't get hurt, we would have probably been still fighting for that second position against them. You know what I mean? They dropped down because Embiid went out. You know what I mean? We bigged up we bigged up and won a whole lot of games. We bigged up and won a whole lot of games when we lost Randle, when we lost Mitchell Robinson, when we lost OG for a little while, when Hardenstein was still ailing from that Achilles and stuff like that. And we still came up with 50 wins with the team that we had playing, Tom Thibodeau playing the guys 47 minutes, all that stuff all right, so we got gripes too, but we still progressed. Y'all fell. As soon as y'all lost your star player, y'all fell down hard. We lost 3 of our starting unit and we made second position. Just saying.
Yeah, just be lucky Randall's not here. That's all.
That's what I'm saying. Be lucky. Be lucky we don't got him. Because if the season that we were once we got in OG, the way the season would have progressed, we could have been probably pushing for. I don't think Boston would have clinched so early this year. I'll say that.
Let me say that. Thank the Heat, because the Heat saved y'all from some smoke.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying.
I agree.
I don't know. He injured Randle twice. But the Heat saved y'all from some smoke because Randle was coming with OG, with Brunson. That would have been a good animal for y'all.
Man,
that would have been more than 50. I'm just letting you know.
Man.
Preach, Jay.
You know what, man? I don't know. I don't listen. Like I said, the invite. If you want to come up here and chop it up with us, we'll let you get yours off. We're gonna let you hear the truth. I don't know, but you can definitely come up here, Fulan. Appreciate you, man. I know. Hope you take us up on it, man. We love to get that Sixer talk going on up here. Yeah,
they got hype because they got Buddy.
You gonna have Philly people on the ledge. You gonna have Philly people going off the
ledge. Oh man! Shout out to Jay Boogie. Jay, I sent you. Oh wait, hold on. Who's that going to? My bad. I sent something to. Oh no, that's to you. I sent you the link in your email. I sent it to your Twitter yesterday, but you probably didn't see it. But check your email, brother. You got the link. So that being said, I don't know. Fulan got kind of quiet. I don't know. Maybe he moved on conveniently once we started to address him.
Chasing dragons.
Yeah, I don't know, brother. It's cool, Fulan. It's like I said, don't feel attacked. But you know what I mean. If you still out there, we'd love to chop it up with you, man.
Buddy Hill is a Dollar Tree Dante with more expensive. All right.
Shout out to you, man. Sergeant Robert Lanes is in the building. Shout out to you. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. If this is your first time, thank you for being here. Please smash that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you are so inclined and you like what you're hearing, and please, guys, listen. I know we always have to remind you. Some people, ask me sometimes, why you always remind people to smash the like button? Don't they watch your show? Aren't they fans or support the channel? Yeah, but people get caught up. You just tune in and you just What Ron said, they forget to smash the like button. So please smash that like button. It looks a little something like this. If y'all haven't already, thank you. But don't if you hit it already, don't hit it again. Only hit it once. Yeah, man. But thank you guys for being here and rocking. So I want to ask you guys this, right? I got a little something. You know, it's a new segment that we have added to our Still Nick fans, the SKF Weekly show on Mondays. But I want to bring it here for today's show, just because of the point of what we're talking about, and get your idea about this Nick team. All right, so you guys can weigh in, and I'll play it for y'all real quick. The segment that we're introducing on the Monday show is called Juicy Tidbits. Right, looks a little something like this. And now it's time for Juicy Tidbits. Yeah. That's what it's looking like. And so what we're doing is we're breaking down what actually people like Sim do all the time. Getting into the weeds of Tom Thibodeau and what he talks about after some of these games, these post games and stuff like this. But the reason why I wanted to bring this to today's show, this specifically what he said, because I think this is really important for our Knick fan base to understand this Knick team and what we are and how Tibb sees them, what he's been looking for out of this team. This is what he had to say. This was after the Chicago game.
And the thing is, every season, when you go into the season, there's a number of possibilities and a number of things that you're going to have to navigate through. And that's what I loved about this team. And it was right from the start. Mitch got hurt, then Julius, then OG, then, so we don't have a starting front line. But then we had a number of guys step up and just play great. And I think that's important for the team, to see what Jalen did, to see what Josh Hart did, to see Isaiah, Dante, it was good. And you have to be a team. It's not the best individuals. It's the best team. And so there was no quit in this team. They fought every night. Some nights we fell short, but hopefully we learned from it and we got better. And that's what the spirit of this team is very strong.
You telling me after hearing Tibbs talk about this team and what they are to each other and what it's about, you telling me you don't feel confident that we're going to take care of the 76ers, man? Come on, baby. I'm not worried at all about this New York Knicks team. Not at all.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's ready. It's making me feel like I want to put on my football helmet and go back out there and play. And I'm 50 years old. You understand what I'm saying? I'm ready to run through a wall.
I hear you, brother. I feel like that's what these Knicks are about. Once again, I know I'm late. I know I'm not good at this stuff, guys. I come up with this stuff and I say this is what it's got to be. I'm behind. I should have had merch. I should have had merch that said "All Heart, No Quit." I know. My bad. Listen, my bad. But that's what we about, man. All heart, no quit. Let me get my guy up here too to join the show. Always the Knicks supporter, the hip hop voice of the New York Knicks, Mr. J Boogie.
Oh,
J Boogie.
My man.
Salute.
J Boogie. What's up, brother?
Good early afternoon, gentlemen. Blessings, health, happiness to you all. Shout out to everybody that's watching and viewing this marvelous great content of brothers who have been paving the way for so many of us. Shout out to Mr. Ron O'Neal, aka the Superfly, the podcast, Mr. Sim. Shout out, to Shot Power. Shout out to the Mister. You can't have the L500 without the CL Smooth right there, Mr. Corey Lee. And shout out to the X up there, and I see you up there doing your thing. And shout out to you, Mr. Ron, always making sure, making us realize that we still Knick fans, getting through whatever it is we're going to journey through. And shout out to my brother right here, Mr. J L. I don't said it one time before, but let me say it worldwide a little bit more, because I only said it inside, a phone call. That man right there is really 50% of the reason why J Boogie is doing what he's doing and why he's here today. So shout out to Mr. J Ellis right there. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother right there. But I just want to come up here and rock with y'all a little bit. I hear y'all talking. I know it's a big day. It's time for us to get it on. You know what I'm saying? Time for us to slide through this month of April. But before we slide through the month of April, I got to have a birthday tomorrow. I'm going to turn 56. So I want
Happy born day, my guy.
Hey.
Happy born day.
Happy early birthday, brother.
Queen is in the building.
Word
Appreciate
up.
that. Appreciate
On
that,
equality.
man. But after the born day, I want to slide through this April, man. The great words of Kobe, you know what I'm saying? May he rest in heaven, may he rest in power. So many jewels and so many things he don't laid upon us all, you know, and not just basketball. I don't care about April. I need to have 4 letters, and it's one word, June. See me in June. Don't nothing else matter to me. Figure it out. Do what you got to do, but get to June. You know what I'm saying? I need game 1 today, then that's going to allow us to have 15. I need 16 more games this season. Everybody want 50 wins? No, I want 66 wins. Give me 66 wins, and we're going to show you how to have the biggest party that we can have in all the franchise, our sports. I don't care if it's baseball, basketball, football, hockey, whatever it is. We're going to show you how we party. We get 16 more wins, you know, just to set it off. You know, I don't care nothing. If it ain't Willis, we don't care nothing about what you talking about, Reed, over there in Philly. I'm going to say it again. If it ain't Willis, we don't care nothing about what you talking about, Reed. We only respond to one Reed, and he's resting in heaven, and he's blessing us all, man. But, yeah, it's a big-time chance for us to get ahead and knock it off and do what we got to do, take game 1 and, you know, and start, you know, letting people know we're here to stay. We're not here to fake. Not at all. We're here to stay. We're not here to fake. Great season, you know, 50 games, 50 burgers, whatever you call it. Well, all that's over and said and done with. I don't want us to just live off 50 wins. Like I said, I need 16 more games, you know, but I'm here to celebrate and do what we got to do. You know, I'm looking to really, really have a marvelous series against this Philadelphia. I don't care about Embiid, get another knee brace. I don't care about you and the Juju haircut style. This ain't USC. This is MSG. And you in the building, you get ready for the rap, and it's 19,812 we got going on, fully strong, ready to go. Everybody is ready. We've been waiting for this, you know what I'm saying, for this 2 seed. Yeah, we got that. That's a blessing, man. So shout out to the office, shout out to the coaching staff, shout out to the Knicks players, shout out to all the podcast content creators, shout out to the X people, shout out to the Instagram, the Twitters, everything that you've been allowing us to share, all our New York Knicks content and all the shows, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate to the fullest because I know we don't flooded the airways with everything with this orange and blue.
Facts, 100%, brother. Thank you for being here, man. As always, J Boogie, man, getting us hyped, always saying the right things to put us in the right mindset. Thank you so much, my brother. I want to give a quick special shout out. Thank you to Mr. Will Salkin. Appreciate you for buying me a coffee up here. Let's go, Knicks, he says. Thank you, Will. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's right. buymeacoffee.com/StillKnicksFans. Thank you, Will Salkin. Appreciate you for supporting the show. I drank my iced coffee. I'm done. It's time for a new one. So thank you for helping with that. And once again, happy early birthday to J Boogie. What I got for J Boogie on an early birthday flow? Get us right with the Knicks and get him right for his birthday. This is what I got.
I want two.
Hey, yo, count that.
I want two.
Count that money.
I just found Nas lost number 2 pencil. I'm about to write a letter to the Knicks fans. My Knicks fans tell them we still here. Through tough times, we made it through them tough years. But they said we couldn't weather storm. This my havoc, my prodigy, my quiet storm. Future bright, Leon still planning.
That's right.
No response to Candace Parker, Miss Becky Hammond.
Watch them though.
But tell I'm Pat Ewing-Tall. New York Knicks City position, I'm the point guard.
Burn up.
New York City, we can never fail. Shout out to little Charlotte ringing off that cancer bell. When I speak, I'm talking garden trees. We all in, all one. You gotta love the team.
That's family.
Every bar is such a real quote. Like when Mitchie moved in his high school coach.
That's real.
All we do is just the realest. Look around your franchise, we the biggest. And I'm courtside 10 toes down. The world's famous arena, this is Midtown.
Right.
I see the doubters,
Yeah.
plus the haters.
Them too.
We getting stronger,
That's right.
they can't fade us. They know that health is back in the building. The entire league know we about to be a problem. I said we about to be a problem. I said we about to be a problem. They keep saying why not us? But I'm gonna tell you why it can be us. It's an orange and blue thing.
Shout out to J Boogie. Thank you once again for blessing us with that track. It's apropos. Hey, look at the little one. Yeah, man. Thank you once
Say
again.
hello
Jay
to the
Boogie.
podcast.
Hi, podcast.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Yo,
Oh man.
I gotta go though. Salute to y'all, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother.
Chopping it up. And yeah, man, let's get this dub. Can't wait to celebrate.
No
Thank
doubt,
you, my
no
guy.
doubt.
Thank you, J Ellis. Listen, man, let's go
Thank
Knicks.
you.
Let's get this today, brother.
Let's get it, J Ellis.
Absolutely. Peace.
Peace and love,
Later,
brother.
All right.
My God.
So I mean, yeah, man, this is one of them days, man. This is one of them days. It's a special day, man, because we follow this Knicks team. We're here going through it all, man, and hoping for the best possible outcome. We know our Knicks can do it. They just have to continue to believe in one another and just go out there and just play their brand of basketball. Don't let the other team dictate what they're supposed to be doing out there. Play your brand of basketball. If anything, you dictate the pace. You know what I mean? Slow people down. Luckily, Philadelphia plays. They're not too fast paced either, so we all right. I think this will be a really good opening game for the Knicks. They set the tone here, get this victory. I mean, it'd be better if we blow them out, but I don't know. I don't want to get too crazy. They do got some players over there. So we'll see. So let me ask you guys this. This to me is one of the biggest points that I think is really important for this team. Do you think that Bojan Bogdanović will be able to contribute off of the bench, knowing that we know we need that bench help, but do you think that Tom Thibodeau is going to give him enough minutes for him to contribute right now because the playoffs is starting? You think he trusts him enough? Even because there's that thing. We know we need the offense, but is Tibbs going to say, I'm willing to put you out there now that we're in the playoffs because he knows how important defense is? What's your thoughts? Let me start with you, Kev.
I think he's on a I got to see basis. He's going to put him out there, and if he's playing well, he's going to continue to extend his minutes, and then as the series progresses, if he's playing well, bringing up to filling in the big task at hand, then he'll let him play it. He'll continue to play him. I think it's just by situation, to be honest with you. I hate to say that, but he does like his veterans, though. You know what Bogdanović could prove on the court. So to me, I'm like him. I got to be like Thomas. I got to see it to believe it. If he's going to let him play more minutes, that's just my take on that.
Yeah. What you think, Sam?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think he's going to give him the chance from the beginning, right? Put him out there. See if he gets something going offensively. Because the Knicks are going to need his shooting, his ability to knock down mid-range shots and, hit some big shots. I think they're going to need that. But, Tom Thibodeau is not going to sacrifice defense for that. Because I believe, Tom Thibodeau feels like he can get defense from other areas. I think, Bogdanović is going to be on a shorter leash than some of the other guys. If the defense ain't there, then they're pulling you out, right? If you're getting burned every time down the floor or whatever, which I don't know if I've seen him get burned like that every time down the floor. But he's also not fast, right? The Knicks play defense fast. You know what I mean? And he's just naturally not fast. You know what I mean? So I do think that he's going to be kind of on a short leash.
Mm-hmm. What you think, Shai?
I think Bojan has acquired that. He's into that Tom Thibodeau circle of trust. I think, like Sim said, I think he'll probably have a shorter leash, but I think he has implemented himself into that 9-man rotation. He is a little slow at foot on defense, but with guys that's backing him up now, which will probably be Mitchell Robinson. You may see OG out there with him. Might be a Precious out there too. Depending on Deuce McBride will be out on the court with him too, so it helps him out on the defense. Yeah, he's not a turnstile quasi like they used to say about Fournier, but he's like the pegs that you got to go through sometimes. You know what I mean? So whichever one is the harder one, he's a little more. He has a little bit more defense, and he does grab a little bit more rebounds than what Evan Fournier does. And he's proven in the playoffs. He's been to the playoffs with numerous teams. And it's I think in the bright lights in New York City in the Madison Square Garden, I think he's going to want to perform. He's going to have no choice but to perform with the adrenaline that the Garden crowd is going to give to him. So I think he's going to knock down big shots. I think he's going to be in that Tom Thibodeau circle of trust, that 9-man rotation. I believe Tom Thibodeau is not going to drop it down to 8-man. I hope he doesn't, because that 9-man rotation that he has worked out, especially now that he has OG back, I think is a very formidable unit. And we'll see. Maybe the like I said, the person that I think will get the latter part of these minutes will probably be Precious. But he may have, depending on this matchup tonight, he may be more impactful than what Bodega could do for us tonight. So we're in the same term, like Sim said, that leash, depending on if it's about defense tonight, we may see a little bit more Precious, or we may see that big shot from Boogie tonight in one of these big quarters.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. Corey, what's your thoughts, bro?
My thoughts is this. Bodan, you're gonna get the opportunities. So you've been in these big games, big time situations. So it's time for you to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do. I mean, this is an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? You got to think like this. He's at the end of a contract. So he has to prove himself to even stay alive in this league for as long as he's going to. With that said, though, Precious as well. I think this so-called 8-9-man rotation, it's a flotational type of rotation, meaning show up or show out. Show up and show out when you get these opportunities. Make every opportunity that you get count. Meaning, like if you got an opportunity to score, score. Do what you're supposed to do. Be the player that you're supposed to be, especially in the situation. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're not on the outside looking in no more. You're on the inside. So, you know what I'm saying? Make the most out of every opportunity you have at this particular time right now that you have, and show everybody that you are the player that we traded to get. And that's just what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah. I'm gonna get over to Jay Boogie and get his thoughts on this real quick, and then I want to start off another question real quick and get Kev's thoughts, because I know he's got to go. But Jay Boogie, so same question to you, brother. You know, how do you feel about Bogdan? Do you think Tibbs is gonna be comfortable enough to give him some minutes in order to get him going in the playoffs, or is it going to be kind of like sporadic? I mean, we know he's going to be situational, but do you think he's going to get enough of an opportunity to be able to show his thing and help the team out offensively, especially off the bench?
You know, pretty much a lot of the time, once he got traded here, a lot of the fan base is like, watching him thinking he was too slow for the game and everything like that. I do believe the playoffs, it slows down, so I think it's going to slow down and match his speed. With that happening, you're talking about a guy that's a veteran playing inside the playoffs, knows how to, play in big games, know how to play in elimination games, know how to make big shots, all that, you know what I'm saying? So it's nowhere in the world we're going to leave this guy on the bench with all that experience he has. He's going to put him out there on the floor, but he's going to make sure he's in a situation where, he can be a participant on the defensive end. We already know what he can do on the offensive end, and there's nowhere in the world we go without this series and not use him to the advantage that he is. He's a slinger, and he can hit from the mid-range, the long range. He can take you a little bit off the dribble. He can make free throws. He can do all that. He knows and understands his game and knows how to play you, and that's going to benefit us. So I don't think Tom is going to waste any time. I believe he's one of the guys that he's banking on, and another one of the guys that other people are going to be sleeping on. I look for him to just, really, show that, this is why I'm over here and this is why I'm here. When other guys get stagnant about certain things that's going on, he's going to be there to fill their shoes. I've seen a couple of guys get stagnant on just a limb, against Chicago on trying to get the number 2 seed. You know what I'm saying? Those effects are going to happen again because a lot of these guys have not been in this position. And some of them that was in this position didn't play because they was in this position. But yeah, we're going to use this guy to the fullest, man. I'm looking for Bogdanovich to go ahead and do his thing. I'm a fan of his right now.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Definitely. So before you get out of here, Kev, let me ask you real quick and start off this question. With regards to actually playing Philadelphia, what approach do you think the Knicks should take to Embiid? Should we double team him or should we play him straight up?
You could mix it from time to time. You could throw a light double team. Especially, you got to be careful who's on the court because the Beaver Buddy Hill could hit the three. You don't want to let him out there hitting
Beaver
three.
Buddy. That's two.
That's three. The Beaver Buddy, Mr. Gobble God. What do you say he was?
Butterball Lowry, and Nicholas Buffoon. Those three out there. You gotta be careful there with those guys. You can mix it from time to time, but man, I believe in the Anvil Harkenstein down below. I believe in Big Cookie Monster, the Block Nest Monster, Mitchell Robinson. So no, at times they could go straight up 1-on-1 with Embiid. Because he, even though at 80%, I don't think he has the foot speed, the quickness to elude and score. So with his speed, he's not at 100%. Maybe you want to heavily double team, but you could live with Embiid with 30 points, 10 rebounds. Just don't let the other role players and the other two Sherry players beat you. Will Tobias Harris show up? That's another X factor for Philadelphia. We don't know that. We're totally forgetting about him. We haven't even mentioned him here. We've been 2 hours talking. We never even mentioned his impact. So if they could contain him, that's another thing because you never know. They're playing against his New York team. He's from Long Island. You never, some players tend to come to the Garden and try to have a Happy Meal moment. Hopefully not. Hopefully, they don't. But I think they don't need to double team him all the time. At point, it might take with that. But then, before I get out, I want to thank everyone for Ron. I appreciate you contacting, allowing me to come here and conversate with the panel, with all the content creators. Don't forget to just hit like, subscribe. Support everyone. Of course, we definitely want to make sure we all there. That we're only as strong as we are together. So if we're divided, we're not going anywhere. We got to continue strong. And Jay Boogie, continue many blessings on your born day. Many blessings with that vocal, with your talent. And let's go Rangers. I got the Ranger watching on. I know you're a big part of that Ranger caravan as well. So let's go. Let's go Knicks. This is, 94. Give me 30 years later, giving me a lot of vibes of the 94 season here with the Knicks and the Rangers. So with that said, may the sports be with you guys. Many blessings to you. Have a good afternoon.
Hey, Kev, before you go, right? Ron got your information, right?
Yeah, yes.
All right, I'm gonna get it from Ron because I got a hockey anthem. I'm versatile. It don't make no difference. I'm gonna get that to you.
I got you. I'll hit you up on Twitter Spaces, Twitter DMs, or Facebook. I follow on Facebook. You know that I always support your stuff. Let's do it, man. I need it. If you allow me to play it, I got it. Let's go for it.
Send me your email to my Twitter account, and I'll ASAP that to you.
Oh, baby, you made my afternoon, man. Thank you.
I love you, my brother. I love you.
Yeah, the love is the same, man. Blessings.
No
again.
doubt.
All right, talk to you guys later. Let's go.
Appreciate you, Kev. So, Tim, what's your thoughts, man? You think because I don't know what Tibbs gonna do, and I think Kev may be right. He may switch it up, give a little bit of both. But what's your thoughts on either way? Although the benefits of both, like should they double team Embiid or not?
I think from the beginning you don't see what's going on. You know what I mean? I mean, first of all, we don't know the full length of his health.
Mm-hmm.
They could be. I mean, they could be playing possum and just putting it out there that he's questionable, or he could be fully healthy. He could. Who knows? So I think right now you play him straight up. See what iHeart can do. Maybe he's off. You know what I'm saying? I think if you double him right off the top, you're gonna open up shooters right off the top, and they got guys that can knock it down. So I think you play straight up, see how things are going. You might play him straight up and he's giving you 35, but you still win by 10. Why double? You know what I'm saying? So I think you play him straight up from the beginning, and then if it starts to be a problem, then maybe you switch up the scheme and start to double him. Now, especially this early in the series. Now, you get later in the series and he's really been giving you a problem throughout the series, you might start off and say, all right, we're going to do this right here, right away. You know what I'm saying? But from the beginning, I think we just start off flat out playing man-to-man defense. You know what I mean? You know, if he starts to give you a problem, then get the ball out of his hands. And I think if and when they do decide to double team, don't double team from the same spots all the time. Send double teams coming from different areas, like they used to do with Julius Randle.
Right.
They would send double teams coming from the baseline. They send double teams coming from the opposite corner, like everywhere. Double teams would be coming. And Randle would have no clue where the double team is coming from.
They coming from the stands.
They coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
You got to do it that way.
I hear you. I'm with you on that. What do you think, Shai? Because I'll just give my little opinion about it real quick as I move on to you. I think that I agree with Sim. You know, that I think they should start off playing, Embiid straight up as possible until they really can't. But I think they should be able to play him straight up throughout the whole game, because I just think that, unfortunately, some of these Philadelphia players are not that good. I'm not saying as a team they're not good. Individually, what they do is to play off of Embiid. So double teaming Embiid is going to make for opportunities for these guys to get their shots that normally can't get their shots on their own. So yeah. What do you think, Shai?
I think the best option for Embiid, especially in the beginning of this series, is to play him against Hartenstein. Hartenstein proven to play him the last time he played against him very effective. Wasn't that the game that he scored 17 and 15 rebounds and 4 or 5 assists or something like that?
I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we play him straight up. And the greater reason why I want to see him play him straight up, to see what his ability and his agility is. Is he that springy guy that he was in December and January? Is he that same guy that he was before the injury, or is he is he getting two foot off the ground instead of almost 2 feet off the ground? I haven't seen him dunk yet. You know what I mean? I don't want to see him dunk, but I'm just saying he hasn't. His rebounds have gone down. His 3-point shot has got better because he's shooting them more, because he's more on the outside now. So I think that we play him Hartenstein up, and if you run a double team like Sim said or like Jay Boogie said from the Raptors or something like that, they drop down from the Raptors and send a double team on him with a Josh Hart to try to get the ball out of his hand and push that pace up the court to score the basket. I'm 100% with that as well.
Okay. I like that. Corey, what's your thoughts, brother?
You already know what I'm gonna say. The butcher coming.
The butcher.
The butcher. Okay.
You already know what I'm saying. Listen, man. Hartenstein gonna hold it down, and for the meantime, but the butcher's coming. He's shutting them down.
Okay. That's true. I mean, I think maybe Mitch probably might have played the first game against Philly. That was the only time he got to play him.
Shut him down.
Yeah.
So think about that, fellas, while we talking and procrastinating. And let's keep it funky. Listen, Mitchell Robinson is going to be so physical with him to the point where he's going to break down. He's going to break down. He's going to break the hell down. I ain't want to curse, but he's going to want to break down. He's going to be crying. He's going to be holding that knee. It's going to be a sad day for Philly. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say.
I hope you're right, Corey. I hope you're right.
It ain't going to be hoping. It's going to be the truth. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I understand, you know what I'm saying, we're not 100% at center. But with the combination of what we have, see, that's what folks forget about. We got a combination at center. When Hartenstein hits him with the passing and the moving and all that stuff like that, with the pressure, the fact that he can't score the way he wants to score, he's going to break. I've never been a Joel Embiid fan. I've never, as many years as they try to compare him to my favorite Knick of all time, Patrick Ewing, which is the crying shame because of the so-called skills that he has. He's gonna break him. He's gonna break him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about in the combination of Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson. It's gonna be ugly. I can't wait. I can't wait to see this matchup. You know what I'm saying? And all I've been crying about, and you all have seen me saying that the butcher's coming, is Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is the sole key of this whole thing. Pounding him, banging him, keeping him off the glass. You know what I'm saying? He's going to regulate himself to 15, 18 feet away from the basket to try to make things happen. That nullifies him right then and there. I could care less if he shoots 25 jump shots. 25 jump shots from Joel Embiid, beautiful. As long as we have the right type of reps in this game, it's going to be bananas for us. And it's going to set a precedent for how we shut him down for the rest of this so-called series.
I like it. I like it, Corey. I'm with, that's best case scenario for Hartenstein to put a certain type of defense and intensity on him, make him work a little bit offensively with his little floater and just, bringing him up to the top of the key so Hartenstein can dish, backdoor cuts, all that good stuff. And then when Mitch gets in there, put the body on him, and Mitch is that true 7 foot with that length that can really get in his face and affect his shots. I like it.
Not just him, but the rest of them clowns.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I hear you. What you think? What you think?
New York is gonna be a no-fly zone.
Oh man, come on, Corey, get me too hyped now, man. I gotta see it first, but I'm with you. I gotta see it though, but I'm ready.
Hey! I said it first. Okay. I said it first.
All right, I'm with you.
And look. I will go. I keep me a bottle of Texas Pete for that crow.
All right. Okay. So, all right. I'm rocking with you. What you think, J Boogie? What's your thoughts, man?
Yo, first, real quick, when he said the butcher's coming, I want to shout out my producer, Mike Blaze, who you have had on your show before. And I want to shout him out, when he said the butcher's coming, Benny the Butcher just, reached out to my producer and everything. He want to switch up and change his production, his productions and stuff that he got going on. So, shout out to Mike Blaze for that. That works for the team. And when if that works, as soon as I see him, I need some of that. Instead of the butcher's coming, tell him the Knicks is coming. Jump on this track. But yeah, man. I'm with everything, especially what the Power Father said in agreement. Pretty much I'm going along with that. I want to play him straight up. I want to make it tough for him, make it physical for him. I got 12 fouls amongst my big men, and if I need to go any further, I got Sims, and I still got Precious. I need to raise havoc on this dude, make it tough and hard for him. And while he playing out there on the outside and everything, I know it's going to be hard for him to beat us off the dribble because he's still injured. So, everything must be tough and hard for this guy. And I remember the last time we played him in Philly and he played, Hartenstein had a great game against him. He really showed him that. Excuse me, incoming call. He really showed him that, you ain't ready to do all that against me. So, make it hard, make it tough against him. And we ain't got to double team him. Go ahead and drop your 30. Go ahead and drop your 35. You can do that. Do that all you want. But we need to keep old boy up under 25. See, 25 and 35, that's 70. They're not beating us with that. Tobias Harris, he's still trying to he went to the Coney Island this morning. He was still trying to ride the 1986 bumper cars. He's nowhere in effect in the building of this series. I saw that last series. So, but yeah, man, we can play him straight up and just allow him to just do what you want to do. Help hurt yourself. We're not gonna let nobody else do anything. And when he decided to go in that down in that paint, you know what I'm saying? Whether he make the shot or not, when we get that rebound, we beat him down court. We need to be in attack mode going down court because he can't get up and down that court. I seen that the other day. Beat him down the court, and if Embiid ain't down there, that's easy for Josh Hart. That's easy for OG. That's easy for Dante. That's easy for Brunson getting to that rack. You know what I'm saying? So yay. Make it hard for Embiid, man, and we'll find our way in 6 games getting them up out of here.
Right. I like it. And let me just say this real quick. I want to ask y'all one more quick question. I'm probably just gonna go until about 2:30, but also at 2:30, if y'all haven't already set your schedules behind it, tune in to Nothing But Knicks. Sim is going to be doing a game preview of tonight's game. Get y'all right and break it down even more. So please tune in at 2:30 NBK. Show your love and support over there. I know I'll be tuned in. So if you guys had one, because we gotta know who's in front of us, man. We gotta be right. You guys had one. Who's the X factor you think is the person that you're most concerned about that could help Philly get a little bit more success against us? Who's that guy that you think that the Knicks really do need to pay attention to? Don't take for granted out there. Who do you think, Sim?
Nicholas Batum.
I knew you were gonna say that because that's who I was thinking too, brother.
Nicholas Batum, man. We seen him do it the other day against Miami, and he did it against the Knicks when the Knicks lost to him.
And he did it. If I'm not mistaken, maybe
it was the
wasn't
Clippers. I was there.
He was with the Clippers, and he cooked us from 3. Yes.
Yeah, Nicholas Batum. Got to watch him. He plays defense. He can knock down a 3. He's a savvy veteran. He's been in the playoffs. He's been in tight games. Yeah, I'm Nicholas Batum. He's an X factor for them. We got to watch out for him, I think.
I agree with that. Shah, you got an X factor you think that the Knicks need to watch on Philly? Oh, wait, you're on mute, by the way. Sorry.
My bad. Yeah, Batum was a great one. I'm going to go, I forgot how VX said his name, but we got to watch out for Buddy Hield. You know what I mean? Buddy Hield, if he gets going, he can knock down a big shot. And if we do decide to, utilize that double team off of DiVincenzo or something like that, and Embiid can kick it out to Buddy Hield, he could be a real threat on that 3-point lane. And I think our defense, especially amongst the 3-point lane against this team, will pay dividends if we can regulate them to under 36% from 3 this series.
I like that. That's important. I mean, and let's listen. I know I shortchange Buddy Hield because I just think he just doesn't do enough the way. I mean, when he was with Sacramento, I thought he was scary. When he went to Indiana, I don't see that same level, but I do know that he's dangerous and can sneak up on you if you take him for granted. So I understand that.
The funny thing is, in their podcast, Brunson and Jim and the J Har's podcast, they talked about when DiVincenzo was on there about how DiVincenzo would emulate how Buddy Hield would run around the court and shoot the ball and stuff like that. So that he's a prolific shooter, even in college when they played against him.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, all right. Corey, what's your thoughts? Is there anybody that you're thinking about that the Knicks, need to really key in on? Don't take for granted out there for Philly?
Maybe Kelly Oubre.
You had to say Oubre. He's a Knicks killer.
Maybe Kelly Oubre, because he's a pain in the ass.
He wanted to be here.
Like my camera. Freaking pain in the
ass. You good.
Nah, I'm blurry, B.
Stop fussing with your camera. Stop fussing with your camera.
That might
But,
be mean. That means I'm tired. That's what it is. The
You
camera's
got
like,
the
Ron,
dragon
end
on.
the
You
show.
got.
But real talk, real talk. Nah, Kelly Oubre, maybe. You know what I'm saying? If he gets his confidence built up, and that's if we come out stupid, which I doubt, because Tibbs is so efficient on how he is game planning around certain players. You know what I'm saying? Outside of him, I don't think nobody else. Tobias Harris is like, he's in it for the money. Me personally, that's my personal opinion. And outside of that, yeah, nobody.
Okay. Jay Boogie, who you think? Are you kind of thinking about Batum too? I don't know.
Oh, but I'm not thinking about Batum, but I'm gonna keep it in that same category. You know what I'm saying? Guys that's been there, done that. So I'm gonna stick with Larry. Because Larry plays very important minutes. When he comes in off that bench and he controls. He does what we don't really have in our second unit as a backup point guard. He controls the game like I'm the starter. So I'm really watching Larry. And because he'll make up for any of them guys that's having bad games. That go for Kelly. That go for Buddy. Any of them guys can have a bad game. Larry's going to increase his minutes. But the little short 22, 24 minutes that Larry can play, 10, 12 in both halves are very, very crucial as far as him keeping them in the game. So Larry would be my guy, but I don't think I'm too much scared of like Buddy Hield. He hasn't been here. I saw him get nervous in panic mode the other day. He hasn't been in the playoffs. He's with Sacramento when they was doing nothing. So he hasn't really done anything far as to make me afraid of him. And Kelly, yeah, we got something for you. You want to keep running off your mouth? We got legitimate superstar mega monster fans surrounded around our gym. You know what I mean? Everybody has money to spend. Talking about we giving out tickets and all that, man. Stop that. You're just mad and upset you still ain't got your hair done because you wanted to come here to some of the greatest salons. But stay over there in Philly, man. Stay over there, do what you're doing. We got something for you this playoff series because you're running off with your mouth. You and your guy Reed.
Right, exactly.
We
Listen.
listening.
Oh, right.
We listening.
But before we get out of here, we got somebody backstage. Give us a little different perspective. Got to speak for the ladies. Let me. Oh no, I lost her. Well, she'll come back. She looked like she's in the whip, so hopefully she can come back before we get out of here. I want to get her. Oh, there she go. I think there she is. She's like shaking her head like, yeah, I know. Let me get her in here. Ebony. What's going on?
Ebony, what's going on?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing? I couldn't let the day go by without saying what's up to the family.
Appreciate you.
What's up, E? How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm not turning anything.
I'm good. I'm excited for today. Yesterday seemed like the longest day ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but I'm excited for today, definitely.
So how you feeling about just the matchup with Philly, the trash talking that's going on, the Knicks wearing all black with the hoodies? You think we ready? You feeling it?
Yes, I am. I'm feeling the Black Uptown vibes. So, the Black Forces vibes. I definitely am feeling that. I think that Philly a little nervous. They trying to get us to give them some motivation back. We're not trying to give you any extra motivation. You got to get yourself up. We're not gonna help with that, and I respect it. I definitely do. I love that they're focused. I seen Mitchell Robinson getting up extra free throws and things of that nature. So yeah, we focused. I can't wait. I think.
Yeah.
Is that my background? Sorry.
No, you okay though. I'm still
okay,
here, tripping over the fact that I'm the blurry-eyed bandit over here. Yeah,
you got the glow, Ron.
Yeah, I'm about to throw this camera in the garbage. That's what I'm about to do. glow myself right over to B&H. That's what's going to happen. Them coffees pay off, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. Yeah, but so is there anybody that you are concerned or worried about on Philly? Outside, I mean, we know they got Max, we know they got Embiid, but is there like, one of them people that we need to pay attention to?
To me, I just think
Ebony, can we do some work
could let
together?
Embiid. Oh, it's on me. I can't hear. Sorry.
Can we do some work together?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, no. Corey's shooting his shot for content. He's like, he wants to know if y'all could do some work together.
Definitely. Anytime, I definitely will. Hit me up. Definitely. But I think my who I'm worried about. Nobody really on that team. I think we let Embiid be Embiid. We let Embiid be Embiid, and then we stay home with everybody else. You can't beat us 1 on 10, 1 on 15. So I let him show that he's Embiid, and we'll stay home with everybody else, the Maxis and the Ubres and things of that nature.
I'm with you on that.
I don't think they have enough collectively for us.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to make Embiid defend too.
Right. And I think, are you concerned at all about the whole regular season to playoff thing? Like, we beat them 3-1 in the regular season, and Embiid wasn't there for every game, but he was there for one of them, and in that one game, we cooked them. But are you concerned that just playoffs is a different animal? We may not have that same level of not even, I don't want to say dominance, but that same level of comfort being able to handle them easily.
Nah, I don't. I think our level of play, we got players that only know how to play hard, no diddy. So and then they're just going to they're just going to use the playoff environment to level up their level of play. I think that Josh Hart, you see his impact is felt more right now. I think, Deuce, everybody. This is the most confident I've been in the Knicks team in so long. It's crazy, and it's not because we got big names. It's just because we do it as a unit. They just do it. Everybody does it as a unit. They chip in. We have so many players that impact the game without needing the ball. And they just do it as a collective unit. And I don't see Philly having enough to match up with that. Even the Tobiases and the Ubres, they're very inconsistent, and I think our physical play makes people look different.
I like that. And that's very true. That's one of the differences. Too. One more thing that I was thinking about earlier, because we were talking about the differences in the regular season and playoff time, and Craig in the chat had pointed out that last year it didn't turn out that way when we played Miami, even though we had beat Miami fairly in the regular season. But I will say, out of a lot of the playoff teams that are left that are going to be starting these playoffs, Knicks probably have, if not number one, but number two, the best defense out of all of these teams. And so that definitely is a difference. And it's important because a lot of teams are built offensively and they're offensive minded, a lot of 3-point shooting. And so the Knicks are one of the teams that is built to combat that on the flip side. Okay. Let me just say, I just want to get over to everybody with their final words. I know Sim's got to go. He's got to be able to start the show. So I do want to thank everybody for being here and rocking, and thank you to Ebony for jumping in, and appreciate you. Sim, your final words, my brother.
Oh, before you say something, Sim, where you get that hoodie from?
Oh, it's mine. I made it.
Who you talking? I don't know who you talking to.
Sim, you made yours too, Ebony. I got a link with you. I seen you do a couple of flyers and stuff too. But where you get that one from? The Knickish one.
Knickish. They actually sent it to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. But before Sim said, but speaking of hoodies, listen, y'all want to support. You know what I mean? I got it all. I got it.
Gotta have it all.
I got it all. Gotta have it, man.
Gotta have it all.
You're a little
Yeah.
blurry, Ron. You're a little blurry. I can't.
Oh no! Now you can't see me, right? Yeah, now you can't see me.
Yeah, we couldn't see the orange. We couldn't see the orange.
Please go support Sim, his creation in conjunction with printjurisdiction.com. I don't know, you can see that it's Print Jurisdiction clothing company. Go show them some love. Got the Jalen Brunson joints right here. You know what I mean? I don't want to do the whole flip around thing, but you know what it is. It's Captain Clutch.
No, the Captain Clutch. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sim. My fault.
Yeah, no doubt. Man, just to close my portion out. I mean, I think the Knicks win today. You know what I mean? I think they're too focused. Like Ebony said, they're just focused. They're not feeding into any of the propaganda that Philly's throwing out there. You know, they've been focused from the beginning of the season, and really it's Jalen Brunson, man. He just exudes that. He exudes focus. He's just a hard-nosed basketball player, and he's the leader of the team, and everyone has followed behind him. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I don't think Philly has that kind of focus. I mean the simple fact that they're saying these things, shows me that they're not really focused that way. You know what I mean? They're looking for a reason maybe to get focused, but they're not really focused that way.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks take care of business.
I like that. I appreciate you, Sim, as always. You know what I mean? I don't have to keep saying it. You know how it is, brother. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you all, man. I appreciate you all. I'll put the link in the chat if anyone has time and can stop through for a couple minutes on the game preview. That's fine. I'll put the link in the chat.
I'm always free for you, bro.
Yeah. I'll put the link in there right now.
Brother. And once again, guys, I want you all to support our content creators. This is the end of our regular season. We're going into the playoffs. But these people right here are the ones that make it go around, man. These are the ones that help build this community and help sustain it. Nothing But Knicks, Knicks and Bruises, Dope Soul Sports Talk, Die Hard Knicks, Blorange Tears, The Nick of Time Show, Morning Brew Sports, For the Love of the Game, The Entertainer Talking Sports, my guy Chris, Guard Up Knicks, Real Talk, Knicks Real Talk. And shout out to my guy Divine, baby. I see you in the chat once again. Appreciate you. Legion of Knicks with Guillermo, The Organic Fanatics Show. Appreciate you. Die Hard Giants Live, my guy I Am Jarrell. BX Sports Jedi Kev, we was on the show. Appreciate him. The Streets is Buzzing, New York with my guy CT. Two Knicks Chicks. Appreciate you. Diva Locks and Lady in the Chef. And also want to show some love to my guy Raw Hebrew. Once again, condolences and heartfelt support for the family. He just recently lost his father. So shout out to Raw Hebrew. I know it's a tough time still getting through and dealing. Well, we appreciate you, brother, for everything you do and have done for this Knick community and continue to do. So shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you. Let me get this off the screen, but please support the Knicks community. And let's go Knicks. And so guys, I don't know if y'all see or you can see. I don't know if you could even see Ebony. I don't know if you have time for that, but in the private chat, the link is there for NBK preview show. If y'all want to jump on over there, he put the link in the private chat so you can grab that. But yeah, let me get over to Shai. Final words, brother.
Yeah. As I say on the pre-show with me and Divine, man, control the pace, grab our rebounds, hit our free throws, shoot over 36% from three-point land tonight. I got the Knicks having a convincing win with two big players starting tonight in Bodega and Deuce McBride. I got the Knicks 125-115. 125-115. Let's get it.
I like it. Okay. What about you, Jay Boogie? Final words, my brother?
All season long they've been showing us all the perfect example of what it means to have a team together. Everybody always matter. So with that being said, remember what got you here. Continue on playing for one another, being there for one another, and believing in yourselves and having faith in what your work can present onto the floor. You know what I'm saying? As long as we do those things, I'm not worried about nothing else. We know about what Philly got going on, and we're not worried about them. It's just us being collective together. You know what I'm saying? The chain can only be strong as the strongest link. A link makes the chain. So everybody linked on, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do what we got to do. And we got a general playing for us, you know what I'm saying? He should be the MVP. He most definitely should be all NBA first team. I don't even call him Jalen Brunson no more. I call him the Barry Sanders of the NBA because there's nothing you could do to put inside in front of him, just like they used to do to Barry Sanders when they used to try to stuff the line with the linebackers. You couldn't stop him. And the footwork is just so unmatchable. So we got a general that knows and understands the game, know what he needs to do, and everybody is agreeing with him and following suit, you know. So we get ready to handle our business. Let's go ahead and take this game one, make it 1-0 in our building, you know, and everybody stand up for the city, man. It's been a great season, but more is more to come. Like I said, I need 16 games starting right now today.
I like it. I like it. Corey Lee, final words, brother. Oh, you on mute.
Yeah. For Philly, all I predict is pain. Shout out for Rocky 3. Clubber Lane.
I like it.
And one more thing, because I said it earlier, and I'm gonna say it again. Because
who coming?
Because 1 second. Yeah, I had to shut that down. One more thing. The butcher is coming.
And we ain't talking about
Shout
Benny
out.
the Butcher either.
We ain't talking about Benny. 23. He coming to bring the pain to Embiid. So good night. Let's let him go. Let's bury the Philly 76ers and put them to pasture. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Ebony, holla at me, man. I'm coming at you still, mad Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying? I know you on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Stop dodging my notifications. But anything, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I gotta attend to my daughter.
Sorry, I
I
don't know what
love
I'm
y'all.
doing on
Be easy,
Instagram.
y'all. Peace.
Yeah, send it on Twitter, Corey. Send it on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing on Instagram just yet.
Don't worry about it. Just answer. All you gotta do, baby, is just answer my GD DMs, and I got you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna check it out though, Corey. I'm definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You
check it
said
out.
it's gonna be Talani Lee. Peace.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Don't feel bad. I'm trying to text on my watch. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what I'm trying to. Anyway.
See, that's y'all. That's all. That's y'all with all them gadgets. That's why I don't do it. I come home, and when I left, it won't none of that. You know, the prepaid phones and all that. Y'all got all them gadgets going on and everything.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm over here lost.
It's too
I'm getting
much.
blown up on my phone. But with that being said, I got to get off to it. Let me answer this phone call. Thank you for letting me on, Ron. Salute to you, Ebony. Great. You do great work, Ebony. I watch you all the time. That was me. That was at that said hello to you when we was at our morning brew thing that day. You might not remember. Let me take my hat off. I think I had my hat off that day. Just in case. That was me. That was like, hey, how you doing? Probably was like, who this guy that's saying hello? Maybe he doesn't see the pod. That was just me saying hello to you because I know who you were and stuff like that. So nice to meet you on here. Jay Boogie, you already know. What was that? Happy Born Day tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll be 56 tomorrow, man.
Big yourself up, big dog. You know what I mean? Big yourself up, big dog, and have a happy and blessed day. And I mean, with that being said, I'm out. Tonight, Knicks Real Talk got the pregame at what time? They 5 o'clock. Be coming on. Let's get it.
Let's
All
get
right,
it,
brother. Appreciate you. And once again, look at this weird ass camera. Look at the camera working good now. It's disgusting.
You got that glow.
Let me get Ebony's final words. Ebony, your final words.
My final words are that I'm excited. I'm excited for this game. I think everybody in this league can score, but not everybody can defend. I think that's what separates us from everybody else. And also, we didn't go star hunting. You know, we don't need a whole bunch of stars. We just need a bunch of people to star in their role. You know how my favorite saying. So that's what we have. That's what we have, and I'm excited to see us put the pressure on the people on them. You know, where's Philly down? We have so many people we could throw at them in different positions. I don't see how this can, you know, go in Philly's favor. So, you know, let's play our brand of basketball, and we should be okay. Let's go Knicks.
I like it. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go Knicks. I want to thank everybody once again for being here and rocking with me on this great show, great panel. As I said, you know, a lot of people wanted to be here today, but once again, it's very busy. Today is playoff Saturday. People are trying to make their way to their watch parties or to the game itself to get right so they can see what's going on and watch our New York Knicks do their thing. But I want to appreciate and shout out everybody who has shown love and supporting the show. Thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and definitely for those who contribute with super chats, buy coffee, all that. Just tuning in, smashing that like button. I thank all of y'all for being here. Let's go Knicks, man. Let's do what we got to do, and hopefully tonight, should I say, we're gonna see these guys step up. We're gonna see some of our role players do what they got to do. As Knicks fans, whatever happens, don't do this because there's no need. It's the first game of the series. We got a long series to come. Don't do this.
See if I know the ledge.
Don't jump out that window. Okay, relax. We're gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. Take it easy. What we need to see if things is going good, if things are really cooking, we're gonna see this.
Took the deuce to the trade.
That's right. We're gonna see Deuce letting it fly. That's right. We're going to see Deuce letting it fly. So hopefully everything works out okay. And I'm going to leave you with this because I think right now he's over here on Twitter doing it. And Tibbs is trying to get us right. He's embodying what we need to go into this. So once again, shout out to my guy. Let's go.